dropping Dominions this time. It is a game I've played many hours of for many years, probably 10 or 15 years. I don't know, whenever Dominions 2 came out. I was saying this in another chat or another stream where I had the demo for Dominions 2, and I think it let you do like 50 or 100 turns, and man, I played those 50 or 100 turns over and over and over again. It was amazing. And I bought, maybe that was Dominions 1, then I bought Dominions 2, and it comes with an actual manual that you can, has all the spells and stuff. I have it around here somewhere. For a second I thought I had it on my desk. But it has, yeah, it's an actual, like, this thick manual. Has everything in it, but they update it pretty regularly. And this is Dominion 5. I don't know if you can get a manual for this anymore. But I'm gonna start from the very beginning, and we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna turn down this music a little bit. I'm having issues with music lately. It's too loud for me. Alright, that's better. This is very old school, as you can see. And it has some clunky stuff, but you get used to it after a while, and it has its own whole ability to, like, it's incredibly dense once you get into it. And so we're gonna look at this game here, and I'm sure most people have already, because I picked this game slot, I'm sure most people already know how to play this game, but I'm gonna go over it anyways. So generally, it has multiplayer. It's kind of like play by mail, like in the good old days, by email. But you set up a server and everyone connects to it, and then you just take your turns when you have time. So I'm gonna create a world first, and I'm gonna do a random map. I always love the random maps. I love enormous ones. I'm gonna keep the normal amount of water. So there's different factions in this, and there's a bazillion different factions. There's underwater factions and land factions. Today I'm gonna play. I have two favorite factions. One's actually an underwater one, and one is a land one. I'm gonna play the land one today. They're basically like centaurs and mentors. And I'm gonna call this game Twitch so that I can remember which one if I want to continue the game later. I haven't. This will be my like fourth game that I'm gonna play streaming and try to continue back and forth to. So need to remember the save basically. All right. So there's ages in Dominions. There's 3 different ages, and they have different factions in each age, and you can play. They don't cross between, and I can't remember if the guys I like are in middle or early. I think they're early age. I can't remember the name of them, but I will once I click on one of these. Early age is more magic, middle age is medium magic, late age is low magic, but technology is higher. And when I say technology, I mean like there's more crossbows and plate armor, not like guns and stuff. There aren't any guns in this game. I think they're early age, so we're going to go with that one. We can go back here. I'm going to make sure that the people are early age here. So these are all the different factions. And when you hover over one, and this is the people I think I want, Pangaea. So it will tell you down at the bottom what their basic stuff is. So Pangaea is a woodland realm of wild half-men. Pangaea has stealthy satyrs, flying harpies, strong centaurs, and raging minotaur warriors. The Pani are powerful mages of nature and earth and are able to lure women into the wild. I'm pretty sure this is what I want, but I'm going to go back one more and see if it is Middle Ages. I think I said early before. Age of Bronze. No, I swear I picked early. The Age of Revelry, and then what's the other one? Or is this not selecting? Age of Bronze. Oh man, I can't remember which is which. Huh. Well, let's go with the early age. And we'll just deal with whatever we get. So they have all the. I'm not going to go over all the factions at all because it would take all day long. It would literally take hours. But like, so this is like kind of like based on Chinese mythology, and this one is like undead. This Enigma is steel. You know, they're like barbarians. You know, think Conan. Uh, the other ones I like are the underwater guys, but I can't remember what they're called either. These are like lizard men, and they have like these uh, slings that throw poison. They're actually pretty fun to play. They're all just different crazy stuff. Ryla is the one I like, and so they're like the Cthulhu guys. So if you go and you can go underwater, and the Yomi are pretty cool. They're like Japanese demons. All right, though. I think it's, man, I don't know. And you can't bail out after you pick one. Well, I'm gonna add. So we're gonna do a bunch of AI players, and I'll explain what Disciple game is here. We're not gonna do a Disciple game. Basically, a Disciple game is like co-op. All right, so these are gonna be all the different factions, and they're gonna be randomly picked. And I'm gonna pick Pangaea, Age of Bronze. I think this is the one I want. Whoops, Jesus Christ, I hit escape, now I gotta do this all over again. So basically what a Disciples game is kind of like a co-op game. You can set like a Disciples game. We could put ourselves on the same team. That'd be weird. Can we turn this off? Yeah, we're not gonna do that. So basically it's co-op, and the whole plot of this game is that you're a pretender god trying to claim the world for yourself, and there's all these other pretender gods pretending to be gods from a past age, and you're trying to claim the world. And so with the Disciples game, it's you basically have someone who follows you, and they're basically your ally, and you'd want to pick like another race that was similar or the same race, and they would travel and help you out in fights and stuff and take over the world. But we don't want to do that because there's only because it's more like co-op. I guess you could put an AI player as that, but I don't want to do that. I want me against the world. That's the way I like to do it. So it's going to randomly pick all the nations here once I've done clicking that. And normally AI is actually pretty hard. So if you're going to play this game for the first time, expect to just get slaughtered. So we go to the next part, and it's going to describe here what creatures you get, which sites. So units, these are my troops. These are my commanders I can get. And you can right click on them, I'll give you more information. I'll go over this stuff real briefly. And we'll keep looking at this as time passes. And I'm going to read that. So each one of them has a description, each nation, and you should read the description when you're here so you can bail out if you're like, oh, I don't want to play these people, because this actually matters over here. Pangaea is a woodland nation inhabited by wild beings connected with nature. Halfmen, such as centaurs and minotaurs, serve the lords of the sacred groves deep in the forest. In ancient times, the woods covered much of the world, but that has changed. Man is no longer a beast, and animals are no longer wild. The world of the wild is disappearing. Centaurs have developed civilized societies and donned armor. The Pangaea, guardians of the groves, have decided it's time to act to preserve their dwindling habitat. And so this race has forest beings, stealth troops, troops with heal battle afflictions, and that's a huge one. If your troop gets like, let's say you have one of these little dudes, this little satyr, let's say he gets wounded, he'll have that wound for the rest of his life, except that he has recuperation. So over time it will go away. Most normal humans don't have that ability. So if they lose a limb, let's say because in combat they can lose a limb, let's say they lose an arm, they're stuck with that until they die, which usually is pretty soon after that because they don't fight as well without an arm. But these guys do. They're also stealthy. They have 4 survival, and they're undisciplined, which is I'll show you later. So these are the guys I want. These are my archers. Wow, I don't remember these guys being able to be recruited in all 4, so that's gonna make me a lot more powerful. Is that how all of these are? No, that's how a lot of these are. Wow. Alright. So military, we have satyrs, minotaur infantry, centaur, cataracts, and warriors and archers are magical tunes, which that's new. Swear to God, I've never seen that in my life. Nature, earth, blood, and some water. So the magic is based on it's earth, air, blood, water, and there's blood sacrifices, there's death. So they're just basically saying that with these leaders, you can get this stuff. My priests are average. Priests are the way you fight the undead, and the undead are fucking hardcore in this game. And if you play the undead, your turns are gonna take fucking forever, and you're gonna swarm over the map. When we play multiplayer, we say no undead, not because it's impossible to fight them, but because their turns take so long, because you have to move so many fucking undead units between each of your provinces, and it takes forever. Oh my god, it just takes forever. They're kind of fun to play though, because of that. You just have these swarms of shitty units that you just send across the world. But we're not gonna do that today. No undead for us. And I'm just gonna check something here. I like to double check everything after I get going. Make sure all my stats are going and whatnot. Because sometimes, once I start streaming, things kind of change later. And I don't know it. So now that I'm actually streaming and going good. Alright. And then these are the sites. Everyone has pretty much the same sites. Oh, I don't get gyms. I think I usually play the early ones, but this is fine. And so let's see. I just want to double check something. Yes. So in some of these descriptions up here, it will actually say that special abilities happen. So that's why you got to read this stuff up here, or you'll fuck your life up. And it's genuinely a good idea to check out all the troops. I already know what these guys are, so we'll get into that later too. Now for the new game, the next point of the game is you got to create your pretender god, and this can take quite a while. So if you click on the picture, it gives you all of the options for the pretender gods. And so Pangaea for the late age is sort of like a nature/death thing. So they usually have like these type of things, Karen dragons and whatnot. So to get each of these guys, you have 255 points, and you have to select so they cost points. See at the bottom it says 160 points. So each one of these costs points, which take away from this, and this is your dominion, which is what you're trying to spread across the world. Sorry, it's down here. These things down here, what you're trying to spread to match you. So there'll be some people will want like really warm areas, and so they'll have a high dominion and warmth, or negative for make it cold. And some will want magic to spread. So this is the spread of the dominion, and to buy points to how powerful this is for you. See, it takes points. Or it's giving me points because I don't like heat. I'm not a heat race that likes burning stuff, but this is your dominion, and so you need to save points basically to pour into this, and you want this to change to how it best helps your nation, I guess is the best way to describe it. So I'm going to pick this guy, or person, and these are all the different gods I can pick from. So you can actually pick, from like whatever this guy is. Great Archon, I guess it's some sort of demon. This looks new. I don't think I've seen this guy. He's got a flail, a shield, and snake legs. Alright, snake legs. 97 hit points is a lot. 10 is average for humans. He's an alchemist, inspired researcher, spirit sight. I don't know what that is. Spirit sight makes it possible to see in the spirit realm and see the true essence of beings. Units with spirit sight get no penalty from darkness and can see invisible units. So there's different people play this different ways, and some people will hire or get a god at the beginning who's just a badass fighter, and they'll send their god in like over and over to take provinces and stuff. I generally don't do that because if your god dies, it just causes all sorts of shit to happen. Let's see. Let's pretend we're gonna buy this. So this guy is 280 points, so he's expensive. These guys up here give a Dominion 4. What does this get like? This is like, what's the thing from Lord of the Rings? The tree? God, what are those guys? I can't remember. Ints. So this guy, Ismail, is an ancient tree that possesses intelligent magic and a very strong domain. Very strong dominion. Being a tree means Isel, Ermininsel, can't move around, but also means it's tremendously difficult to kill in combat, and assassins are nothing to fear. Oh yeah, there's assassins in this game, and they'll kill your god. The Isla is always guarded by 3 giant bears, so he comes with 3 giant bears. So if you don't read the description, you wouldn't know that he comes with 3 giant bears, even though they're in this picture. So he has 250 hit points. He's quite tough, but he's also, because he can't move, he's not as expensive as, say, this guy. Monolith can't move. This guy can't move. Can't move. Can't move. Can't move. Can't move. Can't move. I often do the Fountain of Blood because it gives you blood every turn, and you need blood for blood sacrifices. Yes, blood sacrifices. This person's just weird. She comes with dog. Whoops, I didn't want to pick her. She comes with dogs. A lot of times I go with a really cheap person, and so really cheap people are just like normal humans that that can age and die just like a normal human can, or like a centaur or something. So you're going to want to change them later to make them more powerful. And these ones are actually cheaper because of the nation that I'm picking. A great sage, whatever. Or Centaur Enchantress. This is tempting. There is supply in this, so your armies have to be supplied, and it's a simplified form. She's stealthy. She's pretty shitty, honestly. How old is she? Age, they broke that out. So she's 237, and she can be, so she can basically age like 500 years. No, 400 years. Which is a long time in this game. Each turn, I think, is a month. And I've played hundreds of turns and never ended a game. So you'd want to go through all these and look at what... so this one's the Gorgon is actually reduced for this nation too. Unsurroundable. That must be because of the snakes in her hair. Petrification. This unit is so hideous that onlookers will be petrified if they attack the beast. Stone beings are immune to this attack. She makes fear. She can fly. What does she cost though? 210. Hounds of Hades. Some of these are new. A Dracone. A lot of these are new. So they update this pretty frequently. Usually it's with new nations and I guess new gods. Giant black bull. So this is like you gotta remember this is who they're worshiping. And a lot of times it's actually cool to pick a statue because they're almost, assassins can't kill them. They're actually, one of my friends plays almost exclusively immobile gods. Prince of Death, like this person looks cool. Let's look at them. Yeah, so priest can banish him though. Like I said, you gotta read this down here. So if he's got a bunch of undead leadership, this is how many units he can carry. What is this thing? He's got a reanimation bonus. Oh, it still has me selecting of her. I'm gonna pick somebody, and I think I actually might go for the Enchanter. She's a weakling, and she will die. The Freak Lord's actually cheaper. The Freak Lord rides a horrifying freak created with vile magic. Yes, I play the Freak Lord all the time. Adapt Crossbreeder. What does this do? An Adapt Crossbreeder will cause many subjects to survive the crossbreeding ritual, and there will also be an increased chance of getting extraordinary results. This bonus also helps with the infernal breeding ritual, but at reduced level. That must be a spell. He's got trample. He's a blood dude, though. So remember at the beginning where it said we were um, nature something something something. That's the we want to kind of we want to either pick someone who's gonna we want somebody to pick someone who's a complementary to that. So a lot of times I pick nature guys, but maybe I will pick the Freak Lord. I've picked the Freak Lord pretty regularly, but he is just a normal human riding a freak, or is a freak riding in some sort of crossbreed thing. Archmage I do a lot too, and Master Enchanter I think gives you. God damn it. Oh, he can make his sorcerer's magic one province further. So there's different. Obviously, there's pluses and minuses to all these. If you want to get hardcore, you're gonna want to spend a bunch of points, though. Look at this, the Dracon. What is he? Oh, it's a three-headed dragon. What the fuck is this? Dragon Master. He gets a bonus to, huh. Alright. Karen Dragon. Why does she can be adept in several magic paths. She only got 20 hit points though. She's 200 years old, like we looked at earlier. What is the Freak Lord? How old's he? Whoops. He's 400. The reason I'm looking at that is because sometimes it will say that they can live to be 100 and they're 99, and so like 1 year into the game they start getting old and they get all these afflictions and shit. It's not terrible, but it you don't want your god fucking croaking year 3 because of old age. Who was the other? It said somebody else. Oh, Gorgon. The Gorgon is a female beast of horrific appearance. Her hair is a mass of snakes and her eyes burn with amber fire. Great flapping bat wings grow from her shoulders. The mere sight of a Gorgon is enough to petrify weak beings. The Gorgon is not as magically versatile as the Archmage, but more than makes up with physical combat experience. So I'm not going to have her be attacking. Whatever god I pick, I'm not going to be having them attack provinces. They're going to basically sit back and do research and god type stuff. Maybe I should be this tree. Innate Spellcaster. Innate Spellcasters cast spell in the same combat route as they move, we don't care. Or attack with normal weapons. Innate Spellcasters are never hindered from casting spells by being in melee, and they also disregard spell casting times, casting all spells at the same rate. That's interesting. The value indicates the number of spells that can be cast per combat round. Innate casters cannot make communion slaves of any kind. They can lead a communion hammer, but this will be very taxing for the slaves whom. So basically, if you're doing blood magic, you can get a bunch of slaves, and like basically suck their minds. Ivy Lord, and that's the communion thing it's talking about. More Vinemen. So every turn, Vinemen, which are like these shitty infantry, but shitty infantry is better than no infantry. Supply bonus. How old do you go? 5,000. That's never gonna affect my life. Susceptible to fire. I'm gonna go with enchanters. I know it may seem crazy, but trust me. Um, I'm going to turn her into a god as time goes. I'm going to start basically improving her once she reappears. So that brings us to the next step. You'd think you'd do these in order, but you don't. The game can start with your god awake, your god dormant, or your god in prison. So this will take, so your god will break free in 3 years' time, give or take a half year. But you get all these more points. So I'm going to take the more points. So my game's going to start, my god's not even going to exist. So I'm going to have to do everything without my god. But now I got all these design points, these extra design points. And this is the power I can pump into my god when she starts. So she started out with Nature Magic 1, and some of these other ones, remember, it said that they started with different types of magic. Like let's look at this guy. He starts with Nature 3. Go back to her. So I can put Nature Magic into her, and these are custom priest spells that they get. This custom priest spell thing is new. So if I pump stuff in here, 10. I thought I only went to 8. My priest can cast these Word of Thorn, which I don't know what that is, and Final Rest. I don't know what either of those are. Probably, I'm guessing Final Rest is some kind of anti-undead thing. So this custom priest thing is interesting and new. But you could also, let's say I pumped a bunch of points into fire. They would also have ashes to ashes and, well, I lost the other. Ashes to ash and heavenly fire. So this is all new. Banish and smite is the standard. Banishment and smite is the standard thing. So I need to go to 4. And let's see what bless affects. So what bless effects are is there's certain creatures, and they have to be centaurs in these guys, because I just know. But it would have said on the page before you could hover over them. And these centaurs, I believe they're stealthy. But when let's pump this up here higher. So I can add this, and all of my blessed units come with this. So if I pump this up, I can give regeneration to all my blessed units. And all of my blessed units are creatures I recruit, but only certain ones are allowed to be in. Some nations don't have any bless, and you have to like get them with spells or something. Some just don't have any at all. But this group does, and they're like centaurs, and they're okay centaurs. They're not archer centaurs, I don't think. I think they just have spears or something. So to get these ones, I have to have magic scale of 1 and dominion. Requires a dominion with a death scale of 1 or more. So that's what this is down here. And so we're going to actually do this next. I'm going to turn this back to normal, to 1. Oh, and the other thing I was talking about here, whoops, put this up. Incarnate only. This applies at the. This only applies when the incarnate when the pretender god is awakened and while he's alive. So these won't have effect and while the god's sleeping. And I think you can pump up the god as time passes, and those will start applying later. That was like a rule that has changed back and forth throughout the development of this game. So before we do the bless effects and stuff, because you can get away with not having any of these and still survive. Dominion is what we're going to want to do next. And so this is how strong your dominion is. For example, it's how many tiles your dominion will spread each turn, sort of. But you want a higher dominion to have your what you think is the perfect world spread out. So, um, generally, I leave this as a 1 because I can pump out priests, and priests will go around and my preach my religion. And I also usually put this as turmoil 1, and what that's gonna make me have less income, more unrest, and recruitment points is less, resources and events are less. Now, I know that seems like that's a negative thing. It is a negative thing, but it gives me points up here. But if I turn this to luck, and I pump up my luck to 3, which costs me points, it's going to have my events go up. Oh, did they change this? And luck plus 30. It used to be you could bump that down, and then it would say it would give you more events, but you could bump this other one up, and you get more positive events. I think they got rid of that because they were probably on to that trick. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to have luck go up, which cuts into my points up here. This is for your productivity sloth. We want people to be more productive in my country or in my domain. We're not into heat or cold, so we're gonna leave it at that. We want growth to go up because we don't want death to be floating around, which we're still cutting into my points up here. And then magic is you know, it says right at the bottom, magic is a land of magic is filled with mystery. Whoops. Mystery and riddles to be answered. So think of it that way. I usually leave this at nothing, but I'm actually gonna put this up here to 3 because I'm gonna actually do a lot of stuff I don't normally do for this Twitch stream just so that I can get shit rolling and play like an unusual game here. So we got the Senator. Well, some stuff I'm gonna do differently. We got the Senator Enchantress. We have all positive effects. Magical land. How much does it cost to put a couple points in here? Does this go up to 8 still? No, it goes up to 10. And it costs more the higher you go. I want to put that up to 4. Now I'm down at, I only have 143 points left here. And I'm going to put these into nature. So with 4 points, I can add a bless effect. I have magic. Forest survival. And I'm going to give this to my blessed people. And so these are I'm going to, what is the resilient? They have 1 more hit point. So I have 1 more point left. Minor poison, low light vision. I think I'd rather have them have that. And now I still have 95 points left. I'm going to now put these points into some other area that my country is not good at. We had some blood, but we don't have like any fire and stuff. Fire, I think we have a little bit of air. I'm going to just kind of see, it's cheap to spread out her powers. It's very cheap to spread out her powers. I'm going to put air, maybe? I can't remember all the spells off the top of my head, so I don't know what we're gonna get here. I think air is what we want. Yeah, let's do air. And now we have 9 points. What does it cost to get up to that? Yeah, so I'm just gonna lose these 9 points because I can't get anything without going negative. So these 9 points are just lost. So here we go. We got the Senator Enchantress. She's pretty good at nature, and she's mediocre at everything else. I love mediocre people to start with. My blessed units are gonna get resilience, minor poison resistance, and forest survival. Later, as I boost this, I'm pretty sure it will apply to, because I'm gonna boost this later. I'm gonna pour every fucking thing I have into making her better when because right now she's a target. When she comes out of being asleep, assassins are going to try to kill her. My Dominion is very like a nice, lovely place to live. It's productive. There's growth. It's good events, and there's magic all over the place. There's no order. I guess I forgot to do order. Oh, I just put it back to 0. How much would it cost me to a point? I put 1 down there. Which is better? What happens if we do this? There we go. We're gonna mediocre this shit out. Except for luck. I want all my, because there's random events and some of them are fucking devastating. We only want good luck. So, and like I said, I'm gonna do something unusual, which is magic. In a land of magic, mages can cast spells without becoming exhausted, and research is an easy task. Yeah, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be mediocred out. Yep. And the god is imprisoned for 3.5 years. And we're gonna call her, I was gonna say Poison Ivy, but that's a DC character. Not a big DC person. So let's just call her Poison Kiss. Poison? I don't know if I spelled poison right. That's okay. Now this is going to create the world. This is the number of starting provinces for each faction. We want 1. Number of strength of independence. So before a faction takes over a country, province, there's independence, and that's how strong they are. I think it's between 1 and 10. So 5 is average. Special site frequency. We're going to turn this way the fuck up. We're going to make this crazy. 75. Money multiplier 100. Resource multiplier. We're going to leave all that stuff the same. Random events are common. Usually I turn off story events, but we're going to turn it on. All story is going to make it. This is going to be a crazy fucking game. Score graphs. Yep. I like to have this at 15. Oh, you can do 20 now? Let's do 20. The longer someone's in the Hall of Fame, they get special bonuses and stuff. Global enchantment slots 5. What are my options? Let's do 9. Let's make this really fucking crazy. Limited unique artifact forging rate. No rate limit on artifact. We're going to do limited. Standard research. Magic research is difficult. Oh, you can't do fast? No, it's easy. Very easy. We're going to do standard. I almost always do difficult. Man, I just want to do, I'm going to do difficult. Very difficult. So research is going to be really slow. Random research start. By default, the magic scale gives an amount of pre-research magic in random school. Uncheck this option to spread out the research evenly among the magic schools instead. We're going to leave that on. I always turn that off. We're going to leave that on. Thrones of Ascension. So how this works, we're going to change this to, oh, I guess. Thrones of Ascension, what is this thing? Alright, so this is a time limit on the game. We don't want a time limit. So, I can't do conquer all, huh? So what Thrones of, I'm going to turn this off then. I don't really like the Thrones of Ascension thing. Basically, they're like these spots on the map that give you bonuses if you hold that position, and they become kind of like hot spots for war because everyone wants those bonuses. But it kind of is a weird thing when you start playing. I don't know. It just, there's something about it that throws it off. Renaming is allowed. We don't care about the master. Sure. I'm going to hit OK. Now it's going to take a while for it to generate this world. When I say a while, probably like 5 minutes. So that's a perfect time for me to go have a smoke. And so I will be back in less than 5 minutes. I actually thought it would be done quicker. After I left, I was like, you know what? I think it goes faster these days. It doesn't take so long, but I guess I was wrong. That's alright. I can just talk to chat, right? Guess not. I will sit in silence and wait. And when I say silence, I mean I'll talk a lot. Get in position, get ready. It only does this with random maps. You can also download maps. There's a ton of maps you can download. I don't particularly like the downloaded ones. I like the random ones. Like everything new. Plug in my phone while we do this. Might as well get it charging. Gotta work tomorrow. It's already midnight. I turn the music back on for the stream. I usually turn it off and listen to my own music. So it's kind of interesting to hear the music again. And I'll probably stream this until I die. I mean, not tonight. Um, it will take hundreds of hours. But I'm going to try to finish this. So I have a couple of games now. War Tales, Star Sector, Crusader Kings 3, and Dominion. So I'm going to switch between these four, I think. I'm not going to add any more of these long games for a while. Unless I do. But I'm going to try not to. I'm just going to play them as I want to play here. Probably do Star Sector or Crusader Kings 3 next. Both those have been much more fun than War Tales. War Tales is still good, but it's got some issues start. Uh, it's early access. It needs some work. Crusader Kings 3, the vanilla version, is boring as fuck, I think. So I've been playing this mod, Tales of Ireland. And that's what actually made me start thinking about this again. Dominions. It's because there's sort of an Ireland faction, an Irish faction in this Iron mythology. Ireland mythology. What did I say? Iron? It's taking its sweet time. That would be the biggest drawback of this game, is the turn length. Later game. In the beginning it's fast, but late game, man. Turns can take quite a long time for the AI. You'll see. Might as well look at my Steam stream stuff over here. Everything looks amazing. While we're waiting, it says my quality is excellent. It means the stream, not my quality, of course. Luckily, we only have to do this once. This world setup, unless I fuck something up. I was gonna turn on the Thrones of Ascension thing, but that was my thought before I started streaming. But man, I forgot that it makes you. I mean, it's kind of like Conquest. There's a point in Conquest where you would know you've won. I've never gotten to that point. Usually, the issue I have is fighting the undead. They're real hard nuts to crack. You basically have to have priests that can banish them to another world. The undead, there's just so many of them. They just swarm everything. It's one of those games where you gotta start a momentum and you can't stop. You can't stop and pause and relax. So besides the turn time, I would say the second biggest issue Dominions has is there's no diplomacy. There's no diplomacy at all. It looks like we're almost here. And I think that is one of the biggest issues with it, and I wish the devs would add diplomacy, because it would change the whole game. So you can't do any alliances, you can't do anything. It's just a fucking full-out fight to the end. And on some games, like the first turn, you'll get wiped out, so you have to start over. When we've done multiplayer ones, it's usually like 2 or 3 starts before a random event destroys us, you know? And then, or, you know, like one of the 3 or 4 people, there are 3 including myself, or 4 people playing, will get wiped out in the first couple turns, so we'll have to do 2 or 3 starts to get going. I'm going to hope that doesn't happen with this single player game. It is an unforgiving game, but when you get into it, it's pretty amazing. I thought we were on. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Ready for the excitement. Alright. The first turn, it always says in the beginning there was chaos, and it has a little thing about it. In the beginning there was chaos. Out of chaos rose worlds populated with multitudes of beings. Wars were fought, kings and emperors rose and fell, and civilizations were built and crumbled as millennia passed. Gods dark and strange were worshipped in pagan temples. Still there was chaos. The gods fought among themselves, bringing even greater ruin to those who would serve them. At last there was one, a being of great power and enlightenment, who rose above his immortal peers and cast them out of the heavens into oblivion. From chaos came order, and with order came peace, and the creatures of the world flourished. The age of chaos had ended. Now the wheel has turned once again. The supreme god has suddenly disappeared. Prayers are left unanswered, and the smoke of offerings rises in the vein to the heavens. No one knows why he disappeared, but it is certain that the people of the worlds are once again left without direction, without guiding principle, without order. Now is the time for the being of great power and ambition to try their strength. And this is you. The throne of heavens stands empty, and only the strongest can rise to supremacy over all. Only the most powerful can ascend to take the place of he who came before. There is a time of great strife and suffering. This is a time of great strife and suffering. This is a time of magic unequaled. This is the Ascension Wars. So, that's what happens on the first turn, everyone. Now we got the map here, and this is the random map. And you can see that these are the same as this. It's because I zoomed out so far. We're looking at the whole world multiple times over. And we can go, your troops can walk all the way around the world from east to right. And that was a setting that was in the start. And this is my little nation here. Pangaea, and we got a laboratory, and we have Hidden Grove, Grove of Gia, a temple, laboratory, and fortifications. If you click on these things, they will tell you. We get recruitment point bonuses, we get a commander, this is like the troops that defend it. Walls, integrity, fort is not under siege. Each one of these, you know, laboratory and temple, or I guess laboratory won't let you click it, but temple will. It tells you the number of temples you have over the whole world, how many provinces currently worship you, the strength of your dominion, which I picked 4 in the start, and the chance of my dominion spreading each turn, 70%. So that goes up the more temples I have, and I can also make priests go out and preach my my dominion. Dominion spread chance per month, 1 home province, 1 temples is 2. So that's low. That's bad. These are my bless effects, which we picked at the beginning. Morale +1. And these are the current leaders I have. Well, let's go over this first. Well, let's go. Poison Kiss, goddess of Pangaea, mistress of spring, patron of huntsmen. This is how much money I currently have. This is how much money I get, and this is my upkeep. So -24. I currently have 5 nature gems. Gems are how you do magic stuff. You gotta have gems. Not for all magic things, but for most magic things. And this is my population for this county, or this country, or this province only. How much supplies, how much supply usage, my income, resources, which are used for recruiting people who require like weapons and stuff. My defense, my unrest, and my recruitment. And these are my dominion. Remember I picked this at the beginning. So I got 3 magic, 3 luck, 2 growth, 2 productivity, 2 order, and then only 2 dominion strength. So that's going to go up according to what it said under the temple. Oh, and we also have the grove. Produces 5 gems a turn, enables the recruitment of my white centaurs. Those are the blessed things I was talking about. And enables recruitment of the Pandemoniac. So let's look at these guys that I got here. These are my leaders that I currently have. This guy is a centaur commander. Let's check his age, just because I'm always checking age. So he's 45, and he can live here before he gets old. He starts getting old at 90. He's inspirational -1, which sounds like the opposite. Yeah, so he is not good for that, but he has recuperation and forced survival. Almost all my guys have recuperation. So that means that they're not gonna keep their wounds forever. Almost nobody. That's like a special thing these guys have. Very few other people. These are caves. That's what these little things are here. This is the main map. These are the areas I can get to. I usually turn on, let's see. It is, no, it's under options. No, it's somewhere. I want that. I want that. I don't care about names. Oh, it's already on. This shows you where you can move to. The reason I turn this on is sometimes it gets a little confusing, and you can see here there's mountains in this, so that's pretty obvious that there should be mountains here. But it's on some of them it has places you can't move through, and it's hard to tell. So I turn that on usually. What is this bottom one? I just did thrones and event income boxes. I don't know what this bottom thing is. Probably could do a no. Just gonna slowly click through these. Guess you could do names too. Whoop, nope, I don't want to move him there. I don't know what this one is. Part of, oh, that must be resources. That's what that is. Yep. No, this is resources. Oh, yeah, I don't know what this bottom thing is. I'm sure I'll figure it out later. What is it? Recruitment. That's what it is. Same icon over here. Anyways, here's one of my leaders. He can lead 80 people. So these are normal units that are people. Sentient beings, not undead beings and not magical beings. And this person is a stealthy flying person. So she's basically a spy. And so she can only carry with her 10 normal beings, so not very many. And she isn't really much of a fighter either. So she is used as a spy. And right now I don't know anything about the map at all. Because I only own this, and these white flags are independent, so I don't even know who's in here. I'll know a little bit next turn because it's adjacent, but I'm going to send her in just a random direction pretty much. I'm going to send her to the southeast because we're in this big continent up here. So I'm going to click on her and click here, and so it automatically sets her to sneak. I don't have to sneak her down there, but I'm going to send her. Can I send her farther? Let's send her farther out. How far will she go? And she'll go ways. She'll go all the way to here? She will. What about way the fuck over here? Nope. Alright. So basically what we're looking for is other countries. Whoops. That is what we're looking for, is other countries she could. And then we'll, like, once she's spying on them, we'll know more about what they're up to. And he's okay, is an okay leader. The first thing you always want to do for your god is set up a prophet, and they're the person who, like, basically leads your armies, travels around the country preaching for you, or the world preaching for you, that type of thing. I don't particularly think this guy's that great, so I don't want him to become my prophet yet. Some people do right away with that, but one of the things I want to do is recruit immediately new people, and I want to see if there's somebody better to become my prophet. So he's a Centaur commander, which is right there. Minotaur Lord, we can look him over. He has less leadership. He has Berserk and Trample. The problem with Minotaurs is they will sometimes run forward and crush your own guys. Generally, I like one of these guys. Commander points is 2. This guy's going to take a long time to recruit, though. So, and these are the blessed guys I was talking about. If they have this, they're sacred, and they can be blessed, and they get those special abilities we talked about earlier. They're also stealthy, which means I can move through provinces and no one can see me move. I actually don't have that many good options for leaders, so I'm going to turn this guy into my prophet. So I'm going to say become prophet. So next turn, he's going to become my prophet. My current army is a bunch of satyrs, and they're stealthy, for survival, recuperate, but they're undisciplined, which means that they'll just be in a big horde attacking. This particular one has no experience, their movement and whatnot. I guess I'll go over this stuff. Hit points usually is about 10, so they're a little bit better than normal human. Size is whatever. If I click on this, standard hit location, number of eyes too. All right, what does it say there? Giant has 30, and dragon usually has over 100. So he's just a normal little. He's got a bronze spear and a buckler. Magic resistance, protection is like how protected they are against attack. Magic resistance is how resistant they are against magic. Morale is really important. Every turn, it like rolls morale for everyone, and everyone in the group is tested. And if they'll start to run, and once one starts to run, the whole group will fall. Strength, attack, strength, defense. You know, if we click on one of these, it'll tell you, yeah, base strength is 10. So he's a little bit better at that. What about defense? Heavily armored, and a normal soldier without a shield or heavy armor has a defense value of 10, while a heavily armed soldier might have a defense value of 5. An experienced mountain warrior might have a defense value of 15. I think they meant this to say 0. Yeah, I think they meant for this to say 0, 5, or 15. Oh, experienced mountain. I don't know. But whatever. Higher is better. Precision is for ranged weapons. He doesn't have a ranged weapon. Combat speed is how fast they move in combat. Map speed is how fast they move on the map. Cumbrance, I don't know what cumbrance is. I don't think it's ever come up. Oh, it's for casting spells. Okay, so this is how, because they're carrying a bunch of shit, they get more tired as the combat goes on. And then we also got these guys. The difference between these guys and the other guys is that they have javelins. Oh, and they don't have a shield. And they're also stealthy. And that's the, I'm trying to click on this guy again. That's the key with these guys, is they can, so I could have put these guys with her. They wouldn't have been able to travel on the map as far, but we could have snuck them through enemy territories. Right now, we don't really want to do that. And the other thing you want to do, well, we'll wait for him to come profit before I get into that. So my first turn, I want to recruit units. So I'm going to go back to here, and we're going to look at this guy. He's a monster summoner, which gives him... This unit has a chance of summoning 1 or more monsters per month. So that's just a... He just randomly is going to get monsters that are going to join up. That's great. He's a Beastmaster, supply bonus, recuperation, force survival. He's stealthy as well. Poison resistant. Research ability. Remember my god had a worse research ability than that. He starts with Nature Magic 3, Blood 2, and 10% chance of one of these. And level 1. So I can they can get a +1 to Blood, +1 to Nature, or a Stone thing. 10% is pretty low though, obviously. So he's like a mage. Whoops. No, I don't want to recruit him yet. And this guy's also a mage. This guy's actually not... I remember this guy sucking. Okay, that's the deal. He gets earth magic. So I just gotta check these guys real quick. I don't want to go over every single one. It would take hours. This guy's Vales, though. Oh, he's a priest. That's what I want. So he can bless people. He can bless them as well. He's sacred. He's sacred as well. He's just a stomper. He's a leader. So none of my guys, all my guys are pretty much undisciplined. But the first thing I want is mages. So this guy costs 305 gold. This guy costs 255. The difference is this guy can do blood. This guy can do earth. And he costs more. I only have 400 gold. He's got better research. What's his percentage? 100% of a +1 of this and 10% to a +1 of those. 2 and 3. Animals are in awe of him. He also gets the 1. I was going to see if that said a different amount. Beastmaster. Supply bonus, all the same stuff. Stealthy. I'm actually gonna recruit this guy. It's gonna make me broke. But the next thing I want badly is, are these guys stealthy? Yep, everybody's stealthy in my army. That's amazing. Oh, these guys aren't. This guy got javelins. Yep. You're gonna want to go when you start a new nation. You're gonna want to look at all these guys. I've played these guys, and I think I actually would play the other ones, but this is close enough. Oh, the other reason I like these guys is because it says in the description, you want, like I said, you always want to read the description, that these Maenads slowly come into the army for free. So we're not only going to get free monsters, but we're also going to get Maenads, which are these like naked ladies who just run around and attack people. It's great. They join your army. You send them in huge waves of them in. It's amazing. But I need a researcher bad right off the bat. And we need archers though. They're expensive. I can only get a couple. Range 35 with that short bow, and what's the range on this one? 45, so this is a much superior archer. I'm gonna get 2 of those, and then I'm gonna try to fill out our ranks. I'm gonna stick with, oh, this guy can, actually he's not stealthy either. What is this? Causes unrest. I don't want those guys. They just hang out and party. That's what these guys are. I mean, they're satyrs. Not like Mr. Tubman or whatever that dude from Narnia is. I'm actually gonna get some of these. I'm gonna want mostly stealthy for a different army. My main army doesn't we don't give a fuck about stealth. We're gonna just use them to crush people. They're kind of expensive though. In resources. So let's only get 2 of those. Then we're going to fill up. We want some frontliners that Satyr Sneak, Satyr. I'm looking at the bottom, see why these cost different. So these are the same. What's special about these guys? Oh, they cause unrest. So what you can do with the people who cause unrest is you could put them in a stealth army and move them into your enemy's area. They don't know the army's there, but these guys are out there fucking partying and causing unrest in your enemy nation. So those will be useful later. We don't want them in our fucking country though. So we'll have these party dudes elsewhere. What are the difference between this guy's 16, 3, 14, 9, 3? So he must be better. I don't know. I don't care about him right now. I generally like these guys with, I like to mix it just like it is on the, I only can get 1 of them. Just like the starting guys, I like to mix these up. So I'm going to buy 2. I don't have enough gold to buy 2. So that's it. That's my whole army I'm buying. You know what? Fuck that. Can I get 1 more of these guys? Yeah. That's all I'm recruiting on my first turn, which is bad. You want to recruit as much as you can, but that's all I can do. So we're an intern. Is that a... No. 1 more thing to show. We can go to statistics. Hall of Fame. Remember how I changed that to 20 in the setup? This is going to show everyone who... the like highest experienced characters, and the longer they're there, the more abilities they get. So we're going to check that regularly to see if my guys are in there, and to see, it shows on the guy too, and to see if who's like doing the most killing and whatnot. There, it actually said that there's a printed version of the manual if you want. So this happens at the beginning every time. This is the people who made a profit this turn. And we should be in here somewhere. There we are. Pelagon, the Centaur commander, shall be hereby known as the center of Poison Kiss, mistress of spring, patron of huntsmen. Oh, I don't think I can change his name anymore because I think it's R. Yeah, I could have renamed him before I did that, but I forgot. So we flew this chick down. Whoops. Can I use arrow keys? Yeah. So she's down here hiding, and what she can see is nothing. And I often forget to move these people, so I'm going to try to move her every turn. I guess it shows where she can move now. I'm just going to move her over to here. And back to here, now we have my profit. Look at this fucking place. Wow. So this gives you a guesstimation of, say at the bottom it says, this province contains 70 enemy units. The army consists mostly of foul spawns and blood-hinged druids. A huge foul beast is seen towering over the army. So these are neutral provinces. And this tells us basically what is in here of what we know. And this also tells, so see how this expanded, this little white area? That means that there's people following our religion now in this area. And they have one candle, we want it to get to 10. And one candle, and we're up to 3 here. So we expanded into these 2 spots with our religion. Everyone around here doesn't follow any religion that we know yet. Only the areas we can tell. So we only know about this place, and these 3 places. This is still a mystery to us. So we know that there's some kind of gnarly army. We think this is actually usually pretty wrong. So that's why you would send a spy in. This is going to give you a more accurate thing that we know that there's 40 enemy units. You could do that with your spy if you wanted, is hang them around and look at this stuff. I just take my chances. Almost everyone that I've played with does this because it's good enough to get you going. So this has 20 enemy units, mainly militia, which suck, and heavy infantry. Same on both. My armies aren't that good, but let's see what we got here. We're gonna bust this out into a new force. What was these guys' morale? 12. So it makes an average, but these guys can't be. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Oh, he has too many units. Now he has just right. These guys just have a natural shitty morale, or is that this dude's issue? I think it's this guy's issue. Yeah. So if we look at in here, oh, I guess it's not applying it. We're gonna make 3 different units here. And I'll show you how this works too. So you can set with this. This is the leader, what they do in combat, because you don't actually control anything in combat. You set it up ahead of time, and then the fight happens. And I want this guy. Let's see what spells he can cast. These are the spells he can cast: Smite Demons, Summon Sermon of Courage. Nothing really is that exciting from what we got here. He can cast up to level 3 priest spells because he's my prophet. But I'm just gonna tell him to cast spells. I'm not gonna. I don't really care what he casts right now. And then we're gonna set him. Well, let's do this first. So these are my different troops. I'm gonna have this guy hold an attack, closest enemy, and these are basically the main settings. You know, attack. This all should be pretty self-explanatory. And these guys are gonna fire at closest enemy. And these guys are undisciplined, so they're just a big box of dudes. And this is literally what this army is gonna look like on the map. It's just this big blob. So I'm gonna move them to the very front of the army. That the right's the front. I'm gonna put these guys right behind them, and they have that special. I don't have enough of them. Yeah, you can't. I don't have enough of them for it to matter. I'm gonna do line formation, but it would change if I had more people in here. And I'm gonna put these guys behind this blob too, and I'm also gonna move him up here as well. And so basically, when combat starts, these guys, the big blob in the front, is gonna just charge in, just go to crazy, and they're just gonna charge. He's gonna start casting spells. This guy's gonna hold and wait. And this guy's gonna start shooting. He's gonna wait for like 3 turns or something before he charges in. The reason I want him to wait is I want these guys to take the blunt of the damage, and these archers to get some shit in, some action in. And now, so if we look back to army setup, I have a total of 35 troops, and they take 39 supply. And do I think I can take like this place? I do. And so we look at the income is 37 and 23. We don't know what it is because we don't have any worshippers here. I'm going to hope I can take this. I have a pretty weak-ass army right now because I spent all my money on that leader. Probably not the best thing to do, but I like to get a fucking researcher out immediately. And we actually didn't look at any research here. So this is magic. This was that random thing. Oh, we come with construction level 1. No, this is just random construction. We didn't get any. So this is that random start thing we were talking about. I don't have anybody. So these are the different schools of magic. I currently don't have anybody who can research right now. So this is just sitting here. We got this random stuff, which is nice. We don't have any random stuff in blood magic or construction. Construction is like making magic items. And I'm not even looking at the spells right now because we don't have any way to research. We have 10 nature gems. We get 5 a turn. So that's why I wanted that researcher, and a good researcher, out so fast. Like immediately. It takes 2 turns to get him, but I want him to start researching magic. Anything that we possibly can. I just need a magician out there doing shit. I could wait for 1 turn and build some more guys because I now have more money again. But I'm actually going to do the attack. I'm going to hope that we can just beat these guys. It's going to be a close fight. 20 versus 35 wouldn't be hard, but remember, this is not very accurate. And I'm going to go back to recruit units. We still got this leader sitting here. Next thing I'm going to want after him, though, is a priest. I know we're going to need a priest immediately to preach. And I also like to group up my guys and have them travel in like armies. And the priest could bring forward to the prophet the next group of army. So let's do, this is a priest level 1. And what do you get? They have a 100% chance of getting water or earth magic. How much do you cost? 120. 2 and 2. Water, earth. Wait, did I look the same? Okay, they're just different. The female centaurs have short bows and the males have long bows. That's what I'm seeing here. They have beards too. Inspirational +1. +1. Okay, she gets water, and he gets, whoops. He gets earth or something? Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the same price, slightly different in resources. I'm gonna go with her first. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna do her first for now, because I want a priest. And now I'm going to recruit a bunch of guys again. Well, not again. I want a couple of these guys. And we're going to go with... Alright, so I'm low on resources always, which is okay. So it costs gold and resources to recruit people. And if you hover over somebody, it tells you and recruitment points, but I got plenty of those. So the centaurs 4 resources and 25 gold because they only have a bow. Resources are also equipment. These guys that I wanted cost 24 resources and 14 gold because they got the armor and spears and shields and shit. So these guys are pretty cheap on the resources. Let's see, 20. So I'm just gonna buy a couple of these, and you can go over on resources. And then the next turn it will continue on. I actually think I'm going to get rid of 1 more of those. I want to make this army a little... That army I sent out was pretty weak. And the archers are probably going to survive. These guys are going to die in droves. So, because I know that these guys are going to die in droves, I'm going to pump out a shit ton of these guys. And that's the end of turn 2. I moved this lady down here, didn't I? Yep. So that's what I'm talking about when I was talking about long AI turns. So we're only on the 2nd turn, and this is going to take, let's say, 30 seconds. Yeah. As the game progresses, these get longer and longer. So this is tells you what happened in your turn. These are the proclamations that we talked about last time, where they're just profits were made. And then this is the battle that I just said, attack those guys. And you can just click on it, and it's going to tell you the outcome. And we decimated those guys. These guys got 15 kills, and this is the guys they killed. But what you also can do is view the battle. And this is, remember I set my guys up as a big blob at the beginning and had these guys hold back and these guys fire. So here's the big blobs going. And these guys are holding. My archers are shooting. And those are the, I know it's very low tech, but this is the combat. And you can look at these guys too and see what's going on with them. Like this guy nothing's going on yet, but this guy's like running. And his morale's down. And if he was wounded, it would say, this is a pretty standard like early battle, so we're not going to see much excitement. But if there's, let's say there's a dragon in it, you can right click and you can look at what the dragon's doing. So these guys are fighting, and my priest, my prophet, is casting Sermon of Courage to make them not run away. So that is the battle. I remember I was a little worried about winning this battle, but I guess I had nothing to worry about. We slaughtered them. And then an unexpected event occurred in Pangaea. So a handful of gems were found in the shards of broken glass. I got +3 air gems. So remember that I turned that random event thing up, so I would have better good luck on random events, and so we had good luck on that random event. And this lady flew over and she found actually the home base of, these guys are like monkeys that throw stones, and I can't remember their whole deal, but they're like monkey guys. Oh, they're like Planet of the Apes, actually. I think they have a stratified race of, like, there's monkeys and apes, and I can't remember 100%. So I could send her in to look more, and it would give us a little more information, but they would have a good chance of finding her and killing her. So I'm not going to do that. We now know where one of them is, though. And we don't. So if she flies away, though, the fog of war will come back over this thing. So what I'm going to have her do is fly across, because it looks like they might have not left their capital yet, which is unusual. Now, if we look at our stuff, my dominion has now spread out to here. And even though I own this with dominion, it doesn't mean I own it as a province. I only own this one and this one. And when our dominion runs into another dominion, it will like start to try to compete with each other in the background until it takes over. And that's like kind of the whole war is about here. Is getting whoever covers the map with this, but also controls provinces. And so if we look at this is what we want everything to be. On this one, the preaching has caused, it's hot here, which we definitely don't want it to be. And it's a little bit of magic. So from here, we have a little bit of knowledge of this place. These guys are suckers. Woodsmen and woodsman pipe blowers. And 40 enemy units. What do we got here? 20? They have archers, but their archers are mostly going to shoot our dudes over here. One of the things I can do is preach here. Have my prophet preach, try to increase the dominion. The income isn't very good here. But this guy has popped out. So, he can't cast any spells yet because we haven't researched any. I can, empowerment is the thing we're going to do later to really bust it, get the god going. But currently, it looks like, remember, he had that random chance to get something. He got a nature magic. So he's actually really good at nature magic. 22 research abilities. So we're going to make him research. We want research rolling. Now we're going to go back to here, and we got 22 research points per turn. So at the current rate, even on the best one, conjuring, you know, this is one we already have. It's going to take us like 4 turns to get that going. And let me look at what conjuring gives us. So if you right click on it, it will tell you what you get. Level 1, we get some sea dogs, summon crocodiles, summon animals. These are the nature things. That's why I'm looking at these, because they have nature stuff next to them. These are rituals. So that's not really that great. Level 1 of this, we're going to have this Eagle Eyes, Poison Touch Resist, Evocation. Vine Arrow is pretty much the only one we'll get. What is his? He's level 2 for, I'm looking at these tiny little icons, that's what that is. Construction, level 2 gives you, or level 1, Corpse Man Construction, we don't care about that yet. Later we're going to care about that. Enchantment, Poison Resistant, Healing Touch, Thermology, Thermatology, Fascination, 7-year. Oh, I also need these other ones, so I can only do Fascination. Yeah, that's like a, so I'm ignoring a lot of these because this guy's going to be in combat. Basically, we want to jump on the conjuration stuff, the stuff that happens outside of combat. And so we're actually going to pick conjuration. And, oh, and then blood magic was the one last thing we didn't look at. Blood magic, we could do, you know, these are all combat spells. Bind shadow imps, summon imps in combat, bind fiery imp. But yeah, conjuration, you can queue up a bunch of these at once, but we only want to queue up that one now. So next, we have him researching, and the turns are going to get faster. I know this seems like, man, these turns take forever, but I'm explaining everything as time goes by. Our turns will probably get quicker, while the computer turns will get longer until we have a bunch of shit going down. Then turns will slow down again for us. So we're going to go back to recruit. Nope, that was army setup. We're going to go to recruit units. How did this thing cost? Oh, he wasn't done yet. So I already paid for her, but she's going to come out next turn. So I like to do that. I like to stack up commanders that I've already paid for, so that if, let's say, I didn't have the money this turn, I still have a commander coming out. That's the priest, to go with the prophet, or to hang out and preach the word of God. I'm going to put down another researcher. It's going to decimate our... Well, you know what? Before I do that, she can do it temporarily. So she doubles also as like having a mage in the army, just a shitty mage, but a mage in the army. Because I'm going to move her in with the army. But before I do that, I'm going to buy another commander. I think, yeah, he can carry more troops. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to have to be ferrying troops all over the fucking place. So I'm going to buy him first, and before I even do that, we're going to go back and look here and see what we can recruit in this province. So every province you can recruit stuff. These people have a special ability to recruit things when they're in the forest. That is unusual. Normally, anyone else taking this province would only have these 3 items. These 3 units they can recruit. And these are the same with these leaders, but we can recruit these once we build a temple. But we're not going to build a temple here yet. Instead, I want to fill out this guy's army a little bit more, or do I want to move him? I'm going to move him forward. We were so good in that last battle that I'm going to push my luck here, even though this is outside my dominion. Oh, and your prophet has more hit points and stuff when he's inside your dominion. But this, well, this one's actually... Hoburgs in this are like halflings. Or like hobbits. Hoburg militia, we could probably stomp these guys. Fucking halflings wouldn't stand a chance. And it's got okay money. And it is in my dominion. 60 though. I'm gonna go, and it's also one of the classic failures in this game is when you go through all these neutral territories in a big long line, and then someone comes off and cuts the back of the line. So, because then your supply gets cut off. So currently we're supplied because we're connected to the capital. So I'm gonna try to kind of capture around, expand around our capital. So I'm going in here. And now back to recruiting. I'm not going to recruit anybody here, even though I could, because I would need another leader to move them around. Well, maybe I could recruit a leader. Nah, I don't want these suckers. Oh, so this one also wouldn't be available. Actually, this would be the only leader normally available here. So I'm not going to recruit anything there. I'm going to go back here. We already picked a leader, and I'm going to do something similar like last time. I want the longbow guys again. And, oh, there's another thing we got to do first. So, in a province now, this is just wide open, and it has unrest. We just took it. We want unrest to go down because we want the less unrest, the more income and whatnot we get here. And what we can do is we can add defenses, and if you put in money, it grows these are the guys you get. So if I pay 1 gold, I get a leader, I get some militia guy and an archer guy. And as you put this up, you get more guys. The thing with this is, though, if this province gets invaded or taken, you lose all this. So this is like an investment in hoping to slow down the enemy, basically. But these are all chumps. Remember, we just went through a group of 25 of these guys. There's more than 20, or there's more than 10 guys, though. The more money you put in, the more stuff you get. So I'm going to spend, like, let's go get this guy up to start out with 20. Let's go to 20 gold. See how it costs more. Each level costs an additional, I'm not going to do 20 yet. We go to 10. So, you know, level 10 costs 10, level 11 costs 11, level 12 costs 12. So, you know, it starts expanding quite quickly. I'm only going to go to 10 right now because I want to save some money for recruitment. Go back to recruitment. 3 more archers, definitely. I'm going to put 3 more of these guys. And I'm going to start adding in one of these guys each turn, I think. These guys are going to be my stealthy, blessed guys. And what are these guys special? Are these guys stealthy? Yes. So we're going to have one army that is not stealthy and not sneaky, and we're going to have another army that is stealthy. These guys are not stealthy. I don't think these guys are worth it. I think they die too easily. I can't remember, but I have a vague, well, 18 hit points. I have a vague memory of these guys dying in droves. These guys too. But I'm gonna get some anyways. So we have those, and I like to just fill my armies with these shitty guys. I think I bought one too many of these. Whoa, get some lag. That was weird. Alright, so now I think I did everything. Oh, we can go. I haven't done anything. Everything. Hall of Fame. There's only one guy in the Hall of Fame. He's got 1 experience. He is... stories are being told about Golium. It's probably, that sounds French. Gilliam? I don't know. It's pronounced French. The captain. It won't tell me anything about him. He is no nation. He's like a neutral guy or a mercenary or something. I'm going to take another break after one more turn here. It's 12:45 already. Alright, these guys are still getting their profits going. Ryla, that's the other guys are like kind of a bummer they're in this game because they're going to be tough to kill. So even without clicking on this, I can tell I won this battle because it told me that there's an unexpected event occurred there. But let's look at the battle. We lost 5 satyrs this time. My centaur killed one, these hoplites killed one, and these guys killed 26. We're gonna view the battle real quick. I'm gonna speed it up because we don't want to watch this shit all day long. We're gonna make it go real fast. Here's my hoplites coming in. Man, the combat battle is pretty loud. I think I'll turn that down after this. Alright, that was good enough. And then unexpected events, we got Vengeful Cronus, Cursed Land. 2 units have been cursed, and we got Misfortune +3. So even though our Dominion goes for good luck stuff, we don't have good luck stuff here happening yet. And so 3 of my units in here somewhere, there's, I think you click W, yep. So this guy's wounded, he's experienced never healing wound. So this is his affliction, his recuperation, I don't think we'll heal that. Lost an arm, this is what I was talking about earlier. So this guy lost an arm in combat, but this should heal that. It just takes a long time. I don't see. Maybe wound. Maybe the W button doesn't show who's cursed. But somebody here is cursed. I could click on all these to find out, but so one of my some of my units got cursed. Hopefully, it was none of my leaders. These my prophets. So now he needs to get some troops. His troops, you know, we got pretty lucky with the battle so far. So I'm actually gonna send him back. A lot of times I like to run troops to him, but he's only 1 step from home. I'm gonna put 10 into my resistance or my defenses here. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna put 1 in here. This is kind of a thing I do, is I slowly expand around the core area, because shit's gonna get crazy soon. Alright, we flew to here and now we can't see that thing at all. I thought it was right here. You know what, that's pretty far. We might have flown past one. I'm gonna fly her back to check the scenario. He's gonna come back to here. Now we have this priest out. I think we can have her preach, but it's probably not now. Yeah, so our Dominion's too good here to preach. The other thing a priest can do is build forest temples, and that should be something we could do. We should do actually. Is I'm gonna have her move on her own with no army up here to start preaching, and I'm gonna put this sacred guy, because I don't want to send one sacred guy in a battle. He's gonna get fucked right off the bat if he's alone. So I'm gonna have him guard this commander, and that's gonna be like a dumping ground for a while. Even though, look how this. Let's go back to this here. Look how many troops this commander can guard or carry. So this commander's better than my actual commander, who's coming back here. He is just a mage though, but he costs a lot. If we go back to recruit, this is going to be the guy that's going to run troops for me. I'm going to spend all my money again on another one of these guys, and I'm going to pick the Pandemonic guy, because not only is he cheaper, but I want to mix up I want some blood magic mixed in. Do I want some blood magic mixed in? I guess so, right? Yeah, I thought we got this unit has a chance to summon one of our monsters per month. Has a chance to. What's the chance? I'm gonna go with one of these guys though. And remember, I'm stacking these on purpose. Now we're gonna go back to here. This is gonna get interesting. Yeah, because I can't. I'm gonna max out my gold almost immediately. That's it. That's my army. Oh, I had started that. I forgot. And this guy's sneaking off to here. We have her moving. I always forget about my spies, and then sometimes I'll have, like, later on you'll get a bunch of them because you'll need them for other stuff. and I'll have a bunch of them and forget about half of them. See, so that turn was already much faster. For a human part, that is. And these people are still proclaiming their, oh, I think these are the guys that are next to us. Proclaiming their gods around. So I'm kind of just flying her around to get a general idea of what's around me. But see, my dominion keeps expanding. And we keep learning about things around us regardless if she's there. Alright, so he is back here, and let's do my army setup here. I'm going to put this guy in here still. 2 is not enough. I'm going to put these guys in. So now I got a nice group of archers. In fact, I have too many to put right there. Can I do a line without... let's do double line. Can we do that without fucking up there? Did they have a... I think if you put some formations... No, it doesn't. Alright. You know what? I'm going to do that. I almost never do that. So I'm going to do that. Then we're going to pick these guys out of here. I only got a few of those. We're going to dump the rest of these suckers in here. Oh, look at that. My morale changed. I think it's because I picked... Yeah, so sparse. They don't like sparse. So I'm going to put them double line. Let's put them right... I guess... Well, let me... There we go. I'm going to move him. No, that's where I want. And I'm going to move him a tiny bit, though. He's still got spells. We got this big mob of dudes charging forward. We're going to have hold and attack there still. And we're fire closest with my 9 guys. And this guy's just going to chill for now. They look the same, but this is my prophet, remember? And now my prophet's all well armed here again. And I think I'm going to have him just go straight into here. We got my priest over here. Let's see how much it costs to construct a temple. So I get a discount because it's a forest. Oh, okay. So thanks. Is your name Colin? Sorry, my eyes are getting blurry. Yeah, so they have to have the skirmish ability to not the morale hit for that. Couldn't remember. So I'm going to build a temple there. So I get a discount because it's a forest. And I don't know, a lot of people... now I understand your name. So a lot of people don't, a lot of my friends at least, don't build temples like I do. I just bust out temples as fast as I fucking can. Because it spreads your dominion and empowers your dominion. Like I said, my friends do not do that. They wait until it's needed, but not me. I like to build temples. And we have this one up to 10, go up to a 12, and I like to do this. I know it's crazy, but that's what I like to do. This guy's gonna sit here, this guy's moving, that guy's got that. Let's with my, what's left of my money, I'm going to recruit more people. Remember I said I'd do one of those a turn. Let's only do one of those. A couple of these guys, and then more mobs of dudes. I'm out of money already. And that looks like everything. Alright, while the computer's doing its turn, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. All right, I'm back. I grabbed, so I have my Dominions 3 manual. Let's see if it'll show up on camera. No, it turns into a blob. My back, it thinks it's part of the background. Yeah, it's crazy. Will it stay? No. Remove background. It's thick. From the good old days. Colin P, it sounds like you're an experienced Dominions player. I haven't played in like a year. Yeah, so more proclamations from them about them getting their profit in. Looks like one of my guys died on the march. It happens. Those peons. There was a battle, and oh man, multiplayer is pretty awesome. It can take a while with people's turns, especially late game. And if your friends betray you, you know who I'm talking about. That can get brutal. So we won this battle pretty easily. I'm not gonna watch it. We don't need to watch it. Yeah, one of my friends, we were actually playing Thrones of Ascension, which we never play. And there was a throne, and I was like, I'm gonna take that next turn. You can have the other one. Went in, and we had to fight each other because there's no diplomacy in this game. Anyways, unexpected event occurred. Oh yeah, I was saying that I got a demo of Dominions 1 or 2, and it only let you play like the first 50 or 100 turns before it would stop you. And I played that so much. So I got +5 air gems. If I ever set up a multiplayer game, you're welcome to join. It's because you can set it up and play it while other things are going on. It's pretty fun, except I really wish there was diplomacy. That's my main complaint about Dominions, is there's no diplomacy. Alright, so we took this, no problem. These are looking a little tougher. This is not looking tough. Man, these guys are... I feel like also there's a bunch of new stuff that I haven't seen before. They update it occasionally. Pretty regularly. Yeah, I don't want to fight those guys. I think the spider guys are pretty tough. There's a whole nation of spider people, which I like to play, but they're hard to play. I guess I'm going to go in here. Woodsmen are pretty much chumps. Alright, so he got this star. That star means he's experienced, which gives him a bonus to these morale attack. And you know what we also can do is we can check the Hall of Fame here to see who's on it. He's not on it yet. He's not famous enough. So this nation has a guy in the Hall of Fame. These are the death dudes. I think these are the death guys. Amor. I don't think... which part are you referencing when you're talking about Machaca? Oh, the spider dudes. Is that who they are? They have like the armored guys. Yep. Yeah, those guys. I like those guys, but I find them really hard to play. They have like spider archer guys. So there's people in the Hall of Fame already, which is pretty normal. But I'm gonna go keep doing this circle. I'm gonna have him go here. He built this temple, so that will help expand our dominion. And let's see. I think I'm gonna send her down here. Whoops. Yeah, I'm playing Middle Age right now. I couldn't remember if I used to play Pangaea Middle Age or Early Age, and I think actually it was early. I never play them late age because they're all undeady, but I like my favorite are Pangaea and the Cthulhu guys. I can't remember what they're called right now. I know they're on my. I'm doing a random game. All the enemies are random, but I saw them earlier with the proclamation. Ryla, yeah. What are your favorite? Yeah, the white center. Well, I was saying this earlier. I feel like they die a lot, but I build them up and have a little army. Horsies, man? Which one is that? All right, let me check my recruited. All right, this guy's coming out next. Like I said, I've got to build up the Centaurs. Are these your favorites? And more archers. I got a nice amount of gold still because I didn't buy one of these. I'm gonna stack another dude here though. I'm not gonna stack another dude. It's too expensive. Yeah, the Yomi are pretty awesome. Those are another ones I like. There's a few that I find really hard, like the flying guys. I can't remember what they're called. No, I have a really hard time with the Yomi ones. I just love how they have. So they have these demons that, when they die, like they're like ghost floats around and it can come back. And I don't know. I just like that concept of it. Do you ever play Conquest of Elysium? I think it's called. If I remember correctly, it's the other game these guys make. No, I want some of these guys too. I put the new one on my wish list. Do you think that have you played the new one? Is it good? I was a little worried it wasn't that good. I actually think put another archer. Oh, so that's how almost all their games are. So like if you were to play Dominions 4, it's really similar to Dominions 5. I always buy the newest ones. Well, not with Conquest and Elysium, but with Dominions, just to support them, basically. Because I don't feel like their games really sell that much, you know? And they put a lot of effort in these things. Alright, a few more of these guys, I guess, top this off. And I'm going to start adding one into here. What do you think about the temple thing? What I was talking about, just pumping temples out. This should be 12. And I think, yeah, he's researching. We got another one of those guys popping out. We've updated this stuff. This guy's moving to there. Yeah, you think I'm overdoing it? That's what my friends think. They only put like one, they only build one every once in a blue moon. I like to have it just covering. It's probably too much money. That's why I always lose this game. So I never build forts. Almost never. In fact, probably I've built 4 forts in the many years. The many years I played this, probably built 4 forts. Except for the Ryla guys, if you build a fort on the coastal land, they start having weird mutant babies in there. Let's see how this battle went. We lost 5 satyrs. Doesn't matter. Those guys are. That's what they're there for. To die. I'm actually gonna. Oh, I'm not gonna view this yet. I'm gonna X out of here. I'm gonna turn down the sound for the battles. Let's go to about here. The bludgeoning sound was a little much for me. So you can always go back to these messages. I want to see how these wood guys do. So basically how I look at the battles is, or viewing the battles, is you can see how well your troops did, so you know how to rearrange them for the next battle. And with Ryla, I have different setups that I use depending on who I'm fighting. Yeah, so the blow darts actually did some good damage. So that's all I wanted to see, was what killed these guys. Looked like it was the blow darts. So we got an unexpected event. Oh, that sucks. And then this is so each nation has special guys that appear and that can appear. They don't always appear, but so this is a special guy that appeared at my gates and wants to fight for the cause. This guy happens to be a Minotaur. Um, they're not always going to be like exactly race specific. Sometimes they're like different, slightly different. They always want to, they're always pro your god, but so this guy is a priest. He's a white centaur or minotaur. I mean minotaur. He's a priest guy who moves troops. So I don't really need this guy anymore, but I think I might. He's a level 2 priest. I might actually move him into the army because that guy's army is gonna fill up soon. I could also. Is he stealthy? No, of course not. He tramples people. Let's. Yeah, he is. I think I'm gonna move him in actually with this other. Let's see, where am I going with my. Where's he going next? Let's kill the Hobbit guys. Still says there's 60. So I'm gonna have him go in here, and I'm gonna have this guy go join this army. He can carry a lot of troops because this guy's gonna fill up. Basically, is the issue we're gonna run into. He's got 58 of 100, and he's a priest, so he'll be able to cast spells. And this guy can still run around and create temples. What does a temple cost here, though? 400. Yeah, so it's double. I'm actually gonna put this. Whoops, this guy. I'm gonna have him go there. And then build a temple here. I'm going to try to stick to the cheaper temples to start with. Later, like, money starts to roll in, so it changes a lot of, earlier I only got 550. That guy's got that. I'm going to wait until I got a significant number of those. All right, he came out. I'm going to stick him on research. Let's check my research one more turn, and now we're up to 42. Yeah, I don't have that good of bless yet. And you know what? I couldn't remember. Maybe you know. In this one, if your god appears and then you use empowerment to increase your god, does that improve the bless? Because it used to be on some of them where you never could improve your bless. I can't remember. My bless isn't that great. Yeah. So my bless isn't that great. So those guys are never gonna be that great. Yeah, that's a bummer. There was one of them you could just pump shit into your god after they appeared, and their bless would increase too. So you would just have your god sitting there, and you just pump all this empowerment into them, which I mean I do anyways, but it also made it. Yeah, so that's the bummer. That's okay. We will carry on. This guy's still gonna sit here researching. You're moving the troops forward. Since this guy's moving, let's see. I might recruit some guys here that he can pick up on the way. That is actually exactly what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna recruit another leader. And I'm gonna recruit one of those guys. And I'm gonna recruit the rest of the guys here. So he only can move one. So I'm gonna basically move him. I think he can only move one. Let's double check that. Yeah. So I'm basically have guys waiting for him when he gets here. I can look. It shows. I can't remember what it is. But it shows on the other screen. Oh, I can't get the guys I want here though. So I'll get some of the dudes I want here. Oh, there's not enough resources. Alright, well let's do this first. Oh man, that place sucks. I'm not gonna have enough money for the other thing, so I think I can look at it in Temple, maybe? Yeah, it's poison resistant hit points and forest survival. So it's not that great. There wasn't that many good options for the levels I picked. I think I'm done. Now we wait. Yeah, these turns aren't that bad. Later, man, the turns can get brutal. AI turns. Alright, so we finished this research. There was this battle. We didn't lose anybody. The hobbits all died without a problem. And yeah, I got another hero. Great. So that money I just poured into some of that militia. Yeah. I don't think I've gotten two in a row of a hero ever. Alright, so I got another great leader. A total waste buying this guy, but you never know what's gonna happen. And I actually think, oh, I forgot to move this lady down here. I always forget. What did I mentioned that? I said I always forget to move these people. Let's fly her over here. Man, I wish he was stealthy. I like to start setting up my stealthy army now. Well, I haven't even met any bad guys yet. No other nations. All right, I've cleared this. Let's keep going in here. Um, N for idle? I've never used that in my life. Huh. Well, good to know. Um, I thought we won that battle. What is going on here? Why is everybody all spread out? Well, that's weird. Yeah, Pangaea and Ryla are my favorites. I don't know why we won this fight, but we like left behind guys. Um, I was mentioning earlier that I do like playing like some of the Death Nations, but their turns. Oh, she can't even bring them all. Oh no, she can. The turns take so long as a player because you have so many dudes just to ferry all into one army. And we actually have a rule for multiplayer that no one can play any of the Death Nations because their turns take too long. Um, and that's generally the people that are the hardest to defeat. So I don't know why this happened where his army split up. I don't see anything in my messages. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. But whatever, there happen to be people there, so they're gonna bring all these dudes forward. And we got okay money. It's new. And I'm gonna recruit more guys here. We got him queued up. I got okay money. I don't need any of these people now that I have the white minotaurs. I got plenty of these guys. Are these guys stealthy? They are stealthy. What about this chick? She also. These guys are not very good leaders though. All right. So I'm gonna queue up another one of these cards. Oh, does she? Oh, she does. So seduction is like an assassin move, sort of, but you can bring enemy guys onto your side. Um, um, I've had very little luck with it. I forget who I was playing, but I was using it a lot, like just pumping out seducers and just getting murdered left and right. All right, another one of these guys, a couple more of these guys, a couple more of those guys, and I'm gonna see what can we recruit here. Hobbits. I don't want hobbits. And so we're gonna go back here and guess I'll spend all my money this turn. Oh, I gotta pick a new research thing. In fact, I should have had a new one lined up. I think I lost those points. I want. Let's look at these again. All right, so some of these guys might get in combat soon. So yeah, we want this. We want this. I like to queue up a bunch normally. Put construction and then that. I also, so this is another thing my friends are like, why do you do that? I like to research even stuff that I don't give a shit about. Because later on I feel like it pays off. Um, these guys are good. Oh, I'll use in. There we go. Nothing, nothing. I don't want this guy standing here idle. He can't attack yet, so I'm gonna have him preach. That will hopefully improve the dominion there. In turn. Have you had luck with seduction? In the game, that is. I'm not talking about real life. There's a little joke. Bad joke. Alright. I remember I got one guy and I was so surprised. I was going for like one, um, there was two dudes in the enemy's army, and one was like just a standard militia commander guy, and the other guy was like the badass guy, and I got the militia guy, and I thought I was getting the badass guy. I think you just have to pump them out. I think that's the key. Alright, so this army... Is my army running away? What is going on here? Why does my army keep dissolving? Is this a new thing that I don't know about? Is it because they're undisciplined? Nope. Maybe these is the wrong group here. Yeah, and where's my crazy ladies? I'm not getting any of those either. Usually this starts filling up with crazy ladies. Whoops, not this guy. Oh, they're more of my produced when there's scale of turmoil, which I got rid of. I used to always play with a scale of turmoil, but it looks like it changed since the last time I did it. And I only have one of those, so I guess I don't get. Oh no, I have two of them. Guess I don't get crazy ladies as much anymore. Hell, I want this person to research. So there's a spell in this game where this like monster that gets stronger as it eats dead bodies. It like grows as it absorbs dead bodies. And I didn't see this, but one of my friends said they were playing and they multiplayer game and they cast one of the guys cast a spell. Didn't really think anything like a big deal about it, but it helped them win the battle or whatever, you know, in the province over. But the thing kept growing and they couldn't that no one could defeat this thing and it was just moving across the map, wrecking everything. And like basically was like the apocalypse for their game. Did not see it, but alright. I don't know why my guys move around like that on their own. Maybe that's a new thing. Maybe it's a special ability. Nope. I don't know. It's weird, but it's easily solved. I'm gonna send this guy to go pick them up. And oh, maybe they were here before. Maybe they split off. Did you get anybody good when you got the successful seduction? Okay. Actually, let's break this. That's a +2 morale. And let's set this to fire. Let's do this double line again. Let's put him to cast spells. And I don't want him to charge forward and start squishing people. And I can't remember how to do this. I think it's control, maybe? Yeah, now they're going to move as a group. And what happened to my... I think they're in here. They are. I accidentally put them in here. Can we put these guys? Yeah, alright. So this guy will carry these undisciplined dipshit guys. And these guys, let's double line these guys up too. Alright. And you can go back to your original plan of this down here. You're going in there. My dominion's spread over here finally. Defend, defend. We want you to research. Yeah. Move, defend. My recruit here. We got another one of these guys coming out. I should do another blood guy next time. And that that would be pretty epic. I don't. Can you seduce the pretenders? Yeah, that would be pretty amazing. I think I'm gonna queue him up already. Yeah, it's got to be really hard. I don't even know how the game would react to that. It would be pretty amazing though. Um, I kind of feel like I should be making some of these, but I'm not for some reason. Or any of these guys. I can't remember why I'm reluctant. I know why I'm reluctant to build these guys. These guys always crush your own guys. And they cost a lot and they die easy after they crush your own guys. And then you also can do this. Where is it? So this shows you an overview of your nation, and it's one way for me to like my little thing that I always do of upping defense. Do it all through here. How's the Hall of Fame doing? This guy's dead though. She's in. I don't know why I never used that before. Oh, and there's the lady. Yeah, see, then I won't forget the ladies. My spies. Whoops. What is this? One of my friends also plays pretty much, what's the Conan guys? The Olm. He like loves the barbarians. I don't think they're that great, but I guess, you know, if they can close in. All right, conquered these guys. We lost 7 satyrs. Let's see if they all ran away again. That was weird. No, no, it's just one-time fluke. Maybe there's a hidden special event that I didn't know about. Yeah, no, they're really cheap. Can this guy get him over there? Yeah, he can bring all these troops over here. So now I'm sort of getting in this issue where I'm spread out. So I need to come back and cut through here and do a complete circle of mine. Because we don't get snuck up on here. Okay, so this is an enemy guy. Flegra? I don't remember who that is. So I'm going to move this guy in one. Oh, I think they were on the Hall of Fame, though. Oh, are they the Giants? I don't know if I remember that because there's the Giants. Are they the? It starts with an F. Like the unhappy. I don't know how to describe them because I can't like quite remember them. But they're like a man. Oh, it's in statistics. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, it's under Pretenders of the World. They're these guys, I think. No, this guy. Oh, maybe I don't know these guys. I don't know these guys. These guys must be newer. Huh. Well, they come with a they get Cyclopses. Gigante Warrior? I've never seen these guys before. It must be a newer faction. And look, their graphics are slightly different, like how they were put in here. Wow, this is a crazy. This is a yeah. Oh, so the Yomi and stuff, the nations we were talking about earlier, that like they're kind of like Japanese-based, sort of. A lot of them are gluttons because they're demons, you know, and they like eat a lot of food. Huh. These like look like an interesting group to play. I should have looked at the new ones. I just picked the good old when I was setting up my game, but I should have picked something new. So anyways, those guys are right here. And I should probably start worrying about them too, but they seem, that's kind of far in this game. The beginning. And we're still really in the beginning here. Alright, so we won this battle. Anything weird happened with my army? Nope, everything looks fine. We're going to start rolling this way. There are special things here. Yeah, we get 3 blood slaves a turn, and it increases unrest. And we get 1 crystal. So these are the gems up here. So we get those because these has a special place, and it's a special place we found, and you can search the area for special places, which generally there's a way you can cast spells for them too. I generally do that later. If I had a nation that like had mages that I could just pump out for cheaply, I might have 1 mage running around searching for stuff. But right now, my goal is to conquer as much as possible, and so I'm gonna go down back around here, slaughtering and capturing. This one might be the only one that's kind of tough. I'm not sure, but by that time we should have even more troops. So she's back here. I'm gonna have her build another temple because it's cheap. I'm gonna have her build one here. I'm gonna have her building all these. These ones here. He went here. This guy's bringing the troops over. Well, now, yeah, you can't get to there. So I guess that will be. Nope, we'll drop him off here because next turn. Yeah. And we've got 2 of these queued up already. I still got a good leader chilling. Can he do any like research or anything? 50 across the board. You know what I could do is I could put a nature, turn him into a level 1 nature guy and start him researching. Now I'm gonna keep him as a leader, I think, as a military leader for now. Eventually I'm gonna need to be moving guys around all the time. Let's go to my nation overview. Let's put this up to 10. Is that so that so when I was looking at them, I thought the pictures of the giants look larger than the other pictures of the giants, but I was like, oh, maybe I just don't remember correctly. But you're saying that they're actually size 4 giants, so they're actually the largest giants. I'm gonna put this up a couple here. Size 6 is largest, like the giant uh, dragons and stuff. I actually was talking about that earlier when I was looking at one of these guys. So I was explaining what this meant, and I was like, size 3 too? I don't know. So largest are size 5 or 6, yeah. And each square in combat has enough space for 6 size points or 3 humans. I wonder if that thing they were my friends were talking about, that corpse eating thing. Have you seen that thing that I was talking about? That spell that brings this corpse growing thing? I've never cast it. Wonder if that got to size 6 like they were talking about. Oh, Ryla. So Ryla has the ability to summon things out of the void. And that's why I like them the most. So you can send people into the void and they come back. They usually go insane, but they come back with like monsters and stuff. And generally the monsters aren't that great. Yeah, Eater of the Dead. Generally the monsters aren't that great that you bring out, but occasionally you get some weird, crazy monster that comes out like some Cthulhu monster. And also the leaders for Ryla, that just the heroes that just show up, some of those are gnarly hard, like gnarly, like they will destroy shit with their minds. It's great. All right, that guy's moving. Oh, I can use the next button. I'm so glad you told me about this. All right, I was done, I guess. Except I gotta recruit guys. One, two, three. Save a little money for next turn. So I also have a hard time with water nations except for Ryla, or however you pronounce their name of that nation. Like especially so the what's the standard Atlantis, the Atlantis people. The Atlantis people I tried them a bunch of times, and when I play against them, I can roll over those guys without any problem. All right, we got research and alteration is done. These guys just got their pretender, or one of their pretenders died already. We fought, we lost 5, we took out quite a few guys. Unexpected event, we got nature gems. So, we gotta keep rolling here, but as you can see, we're slowly getting whittled away. Luckily, this guy is here with the troops. So we're gonna actually set up his army though. We're gonna just put them in the front mob with that other front mob. And we're gonna set him to stay behind troops. Otherwise, so you can set your leaders to charge in a fight. Occasionally, I'll get a leader that I don't really need anymore, and I'll just put him at the front. See how he does. You know, he might last for a couple of battles. See him, you know, losing eyes and arms and stuff. Alright, that guy's going there. He's going in there. We got a temple done there. We're going to temple this up here. Once again, the whole reason to do these temples, at least for me, is so that it expands your dominion faster. And have you tried Ryla though? Because they're most of their troops have that. So they don't have archers. They have the mine burner guys, and I usually just pour like most of my money into the mine burner guys, and then I just pick up crappy underwater troops to cover the front, and to send the front guys in and the mine burner guys as far back in the map as possible. Oh, really? You couldn't destroy with them, huh? Well, getting out of the water is really hard. The minute you get out of the water, it's a whole different game. Alright, next. Okay, so these guys are kind of... Is a province over here? No. These guys are kind of growing over there. You are new. No, same guy. You are new. We're gonna go to research. Actually, let's look here. We're not gonna have this person research. This guy's better than him. We're gonna leave this guy in back here, but I'm gonna move this guy to the front. Why, you ask? Because I'm gonna team him up so that my army now also has a mage, a priest, a mage, and a general. I mean, the pretender or the prophet's the priest, but then also the white Minotaur is also a priest. I like to have a little, like, kind of a mixed up unit or mixed up front line. So, and we'll go back to here. Another one of these guys. Did we ever get any crazy ladies? No crazy ladies. All right, I've actually recruited quite a few dudes, so I'm going to... Oh, that's as many bodyguards as you can have. Let's set you to guard. I'm actually going to send them forward with this guy. Yeah. And they can actually move together. So some starts, I feel like, too, there's nothing you can, like, you know, you're on turn 10 and then this gigantic army appears next to you, and there's no way, like, you can build up your defenses and stuff and build up your army, but you're kind of stuck. I was mentioning that too when I started this stream, is that when I've done multiplayer games, we usually have to restart a few times because one nation ends up being fucked right in like the first, you know, 5 turns. They're getting overrun, and if you were a single player, you would probably, you know, try to fight it out, but it's not worth it multiplayer to have everyone like go another 10 turns and have your nation die and then be, well, now everyone has to restart. You know, even now you really love this group that you're playing. So I feel like sometimes you just get a bad random start, or a bad, what's the guy's name? The troll that appears, his name's like Mischief or something. It's a random event. And he'll appear sometimes like turn 2 next to your province and wipe out your main army. Bogus. Yeah, Bogus. That dude has ruined so many games. I can't even believe that Like, I don't know why he appears so frequently. Yeah, he is definitely bogus. But that's actually his name in the game. But yeah. Uh, and does that actually get him? Does that actually take care of bogus or just other commanders? All right, we got this guy going. Now we want this guy on the move. You can't go that far though, huh? That's okay. Oh, Bogus has a friend like that. Um, I can't remember. Does he start with a party? I know he has a bunch of trolls. Because there's also that adventurers party too, where it's like a, or maybe I'm mixing that up. It's been a while since I've played this, like I said. But yeah, Bogus. All right, this guy will move forward. He only can move there. This guy's gonna move here. Can this guy just get into this fight? Whoops. No, I'm gonna break this apart here. Oh yeah, Tetra. He's in vanilla. Yeah. Yeah, this is unmodded, the game I'm playing. And I've actually the only mods I've used for Dominions 5 was are nation packs and some maps. I've looked at a few mods. I actually like the mushroom guys, but couldn't find them the other day. I actually was gonna play the mushroom guys, but I don't know what happened to them. They were a mod. I don't know if that was Dominions 4 though. But yeah, like there's like the story behind the bogus guy where he's like, or maybe I'm thinking of the adventures guys. I don't know, but they show up and they say like they're freeing the peasants or something, but they're gnarly to start out with, especially like in the first couple turns of your game. And it like they would slaughter this army. This army would be over if Bogus showed up. Yeah, so you're lucky you've never seen him. All right, this guy's going. This guy's there. What was I doing here? Recruit units. That coming out there. Oh, I think that's where I was. Let's look at my. Huh. Where is this place? Is this place I just took? So there's an ancient ruin here that a nature mage may enter to summon large spiders. I might send an age. I'm doing middle age. This is a good mine. This is a good spot. I couldn't remember. Pangaea is one of my favorites, but I couldn't remember. I haven't played in like a year, and I couldn't remember if I used to like early or middle. So I just picked middle. I was like bronze. I think they had bronze weapons. I can't remember. And I don't know. I'm still not sure. I think it was early though. I don't remember these guys the blood mages they get is being in the an option in the early one. Yeah, we were talking about, so my second favorite is Ryla. Um and we were saying that underwater is weird though. Then we got caught up talking about Bogus because that guy ruined so many lives. All right, a few more of these guys. Those guys. I don't need anything except for mages. Spend the money on that. And I was gonna do something now. I can't remember what it was. Research? No. Which one is Asphodel? Are they on my list? Let me look. That's the other thing. My friends know every single group, like off the top of their head. I'll be like, I'll mention any creature, and they're like, oh, that's the guy. Oh, it's the Splinter faction. Is it? You said it was early though. What was I doing? Oh, okay, yeah. So I like that one to a point. Uh, Undead can get a little weird when you have so much movement. Um, yeah. So that's how it's not Ryla anymore. It has a different name. It's late age when have a population killing group where they all just go mad. And I played them once. So when I play multiplayer, I was saying we have just a rule that no one can play undead because their turns take too long. But we also usually don't play, it's not a rule, but population killing ones because it really ruins, especially if you're playing as friends. If you have your nation against your two friends, next to your two friends' nations and their population's dying, it's like unfun for them to play. But I played the late Ryla guys, and my friends were like, "No, dude, why did you pick these guys?" And I was like, "Why? What's the big deal?" And then guys were just dying and going crazy. Um, and usually we kind of do it co-op-y until later when the backstabbing starts. Okay. I told myself I was going to do one more thing and then I immediately forgot what it was, which is like the story of my life. Recruit. Oh, I remember now. I was going to go check my... This is what I was going to do. This one is pretty good, this Ancient Ruin. I'm going to go see what these spider things do, which means I need a nature mage, which actually... Let's put... Yeah. These guys are moving. This guy... Where was he? This guy's gonna move there first. Alright, so we got some dormant gods coming up. And we won against these guys. Lost 8 dudes. Not too bad. Unexpected event, unrest, and some gold. Negative unrest and some gold. -2 dominion. Where's this at? We're at my temple, so that's not that big of a deal. This guy is going to continue on to here. I want him to go in. I want to see what these large spiders look like. Ow. And this guy is going to give me a temple here. That extra free gold was nice. And this guy is going to go in here. What are we looking at here? 70 barbarians, huh? 70 barbarians is kind of a lot. Um, hey, do you guys remember what the button is that you push? So W shows all the wounded guys, but there's another button that you... Oh, is it E? No, that's experience. I was looking at it said that some of my guys got cursed, and I was trying to show which ones were cursed, but I couldn't remember what button it was that showed that. Oh, now I can't. Whoops. You can't show curse. Damn. Now I just set up my guys weird here. What did I just do? Get these guys. I put all my wounded guys in the wrong group here. I actually like. Oh, I didn't know question mark did that. Now you've shown me two things tonight that I didn't know. I like the undead to play them, but I totally agree with my friends that it's my turns take forever to do an undead turn. Um, it's like unfair. It's like 5 times the length of theirs because I'm like looking at each square, moving all my bazillion guys, saying, "Oh, well, this guy needs to cast a spell." Like, um, unit orders, map filters. Commanders. And I also, so I kind of think that the undead are a little easy. Like, they're probably the easiest nations to play, which is good to a point. Grow or shrink commander tokens. Huh. So I want to find, because I know W is, shows wounded, so it'd be in that same list. I don't see it here. I mean, I see W, but it's not. Oh well. To the transfer screen. Oh, I have to go to here, you mean? Yes. Select all crippled, all diseased, all limping. Oh, it does, you can't show the curse one. That's okay. How did you guys learn this stuff? I thought I was like the master of dominions, but I don't know anything about it. It's because I never look on the internet for stuff like that. For dominions, I always assume it just doesn't exist. You know, because I got my book, my Dominions 3 book. Um, I haven't looked inside that book in forever. You know, I loaned that book to one of my coworkers. Oh, I was trying to remember why. He's a big like D&D player and whatnot, and he said he was looking for a game that was like as complicated as D&D, and I was like, oh, you should try Dominions, and he's like, oh, I never heard of that. I looked at a video and it didn't look that great. I was like, it's really complicated. He's like, I didn't seem that way, and I was like, I'll bring you this manual, and so I loaned him the manual, and he said it looked okay, but he wasn't into it. You know, some people just aren't into certain games. It's not for them, you know. All right, so let's go back to what I'm doing here. These guys are ready to go on to this. I'm going to have them fight these guys anyways. What is going on here? Flagellants and the Knights of the Chalice. I don't know. Is that some Arthurian lore there? I don't know much about those guys. But I'm going to keep heading. I'm going to hope these barbarians are less tough than I think they are. Oh, hey. I finally got one of these. So I like these things with Pangaea. Because I like when I get a ton of them and I just put them in the front lines and just send them forward. They just soak up so much damage. I mean, they die in droves, but I need to set her up or them, I don't know, them up, cast spells, and stay back around here because I'm actually going to join this Minotaur up into there. No, wait, I'm not. That Minotaur's going there. I forgot. Okay, you know their main base. Let's stay there for like a turn. Maybe not, actually. Let's see how far they've gone. And who else we got? And this guy already set up his army, right? Nope. Well, question mark makes sense. I mean, I'm surprised I never tried that. Like almost every roguelike and all that uses that. What do we do? Double line. Surprised I never tried it. But, you know, like it goes there. In two, actually. I don't know. Options. Nope, not options. National overview. What did I tell myself? I said I was going to go to 12 on everybody. And then let's go like 13 on a couple of these that are good. Whoops, not that one. And how much money do I have left? 600. She's already building that. We got some nice money from that. When you say great, are they difficult to fight though? I mean, it doesn't look like there's many of them. Probably they're kind of tough, huh? Oh, yeah, heavy cavalry. I guess that makes sense. Um, all right. Heavy cavalry usually still are they're surprising sometimes when I see um, the amount of damage they can do it against. Well, you know, like in this army, I got a bunch of little chumps at the beginning, at the front. So that's good. That's doing that. Let's do my recruiting. I already got that queued up. And I'm gonna hit intern here, and then I'm gonna go have a smoke real quick while the computer's doing its turn. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Alright, I am back. Let's see what happened here. One crippled guy died. It happens. Another proclamation. We won quite easily. I'm gonna actually view this battle. Let's see if the thumping noise went down some with my changes here. Assume my archers did okay. I guess it would have told me. Let's speed this up. Yeah, so it looks like they just mostly ran away. So I was just thinking when I was out there having a smoke, we should do like an epic all human multiplayer game. That would be amazing. Um, Demon Worship. Which one? This is in my home province? Okay. That's okay. We got people here. I think that would be... I'm going to send this person into this thing. Not search. Enter the ancient shrine. Hopefully it's not one of those things where they can die. I've only had 4 human players at once, and it was pretty fun because if you played multiplayer, basically you can set it up where everyone does their turn at the same time, so it doesn't take that long. And then then you do your turns, and then I don't know. Hey, Generic, how are you? What do you mean? In the terms harassing down defense. All right, we took this. Let me join this army up here. One of these guys was just hauling troops. Which one was it? It was the other one. This one, this guy. Troop hauler. I was saying earlier that I thought I was the master of this, but I guess I'm not. I'm learning so much tonight. Less penalties per attack. You mean like attacking into places that just have defense and cutting down a few at a time? Because don't they all come back at the end of a turn? Nope, not there. Alright, so this is Horse Tribe's cavalry. I actually like the Horse Tribe cavalry. I'm a big fan of horse archers. You're entering the site. What were you doing? You're heading back home, I think. Let's use the N button. I'm gonna leave you there. Man, I had this music off almost every other time I've played in the last 5 years, and this is some epic music going on here. Alright, I have plenty of money, so I'm gonna start building temples here. Man, I hope I can take this army. I feel like I'm... Oh, okay, so now you're talking about yeah. So you're talking about in combat, not the defenses on the main map. That's what I thought you were talking about. Um, so that must be why I sometimes have issues with certain cavalry groups where I can't like, I'll have to, well, I don't hope I run into that issue, but I'd have to run into the issue. It shows you, like, sometimes I'll watch a battle, I'm like, how do these guys kill so many dudes? And I'll just watch this group of cavalry just, like, cut through. So I guess I didn't know that they get less penalties to their defense each time they're attacked. What do we got? Okay, so the ladies are starting to come in. This guy is bringing in tons of them. The only issue with the ladies is they start to fill up or take up all of your supplies. You gotta get them in there to die. You gotta get them into the front ranks. What's their morale? Whoa, they have a really high morale. So now, so out of the three of you guys, or I guess four people watching, what are the favorites? I've heard from Cole and P. What's the favorite nations? And Tetra, I don't know. Did you say your favorite nation or faction, whatever we're calling them? All right, this guy's coming back. This guy's coming back. Oh yeah, yeah. The side shoot from Pangaea. Was that early, late, middle? I can't remember. All right, I guess I'm done with that part. You're moving there. And Cole and P was saying he builds forts. I almost never build forts, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. Like here, it seems like this might be an okay spot for a fort. Because it's far enough away, so that I don't know if it still works this way. I think it was a Dominions 4 that forts affected. Like they took away resources from the. They took away resources from the surrounding areas. I think that's how it works. Oh yeah, so these guys can build in force, so maybe that's a bonus to not having forts. Let's go back to my recruit. I got one of you coming out. Let's do one of you. I still have enough leaders to move guys around. 2, 3. How much resources? Very little. Yeah, we're almost around the bend here. Let's look at the Hall of Fame. Which one is Theodos? This guy's dead. Good. These guys are dead. Uh-oh, undead guy. Oh yeah, that's a good point. The pan recruitment thing. Yeah. Um, there's a point where I have. Yeah, so undead is so weird. It's when I play with humans, we have a rule that we don't allow undead just because their turns take so long. Um, but I was just saying I would like to get a massive multiplayer game with all humans. I think that would be fucking amazing, man. As long as people are okay with me taking a long time on my turns. Alright, I guess I'm already done except for recruitment. No, I already did recruitment. Guess I'm done. Let me double check research. Yep. Yeah, they finally started showing up. I'm gonna dump them into the next group with um next group of guys that just hauling troops around and move them to the front. They got a 17 morale. I think I can mix them in with those other guys. So Bramble Forts, that's what these guys put down. I mean, a fort's a fort, I guess. Are there some that are like really good? It seems like they're all about the same to me. Alright, we actually slaughtered these guys. I didn't expect that. Hey! So this is my profit. Which one did he get? So, I always get the one where you just get fat. Always. Let's see what it is. Oh. This is like, literally, I would say 49 out of 50 times, I get the one where you just get fatter and fatter. Iron Will. Hero with this ability receives increased magic resistance. That's amazing. Yes, we were talking about seduction earlier. Maybe unequaled obesity. Yeah, and they just keep getting fatter, and it doesn't help them. It's supposed to say it's good. All right, so he got in the Hall of Fame. Let's look the Hall of Fame again. I like looking at this. Here he is at the very bottom. He's gotten 3 kills somehow, probably with Smite or something. And these guys are dead, so he'll probably stay on here for a while. Look at this guy. I wish you could click on these guys, but there's a good reason. Oh, here's this giant guy. Which one do these guys make? Let me look. I thought these guys made the Bramble Fort as well. Oh, no, they just do Palisades. Oh, there's a spell you can cast to get forts. I guess I didn't remember that. I'm gonna build a temple here. Yeah, Palisades, I guess they're alright. Like I said, I never really thought about like I said, I rarely build them, so I never really thought about them being great or not. And like I said, I think they take resources from the provinces surrounding them, and so you want to have them like a certain distance from the other ones. Though I think it was on Reddit, I saw someone posted like, here's my fort layout, and it was just all forts. And so there must be a point where it doesn't matter anymore. Or that was just, some joke of his where, he was just being funny and I didn't get the joke. Alright, we're gonna keep going on here. Keep moving. Oh, did we get my spiders? Oh. These spiders are tiny. This says it's a large spider. I was thinking a spider like this spider over here. Like those spiders that you can ride and stuff. Alright, I'm glad I did that test because this... I don't want this. Can I put them in here? No. Well, I got 77 gems. Oh, level 5. Alteration. I usually put research on very difficult. Can you get over here? What's slowing you down? Probably these spiders. Or the ladies. Man, that's slow. Ran you all the way over here for nothing. That's okay. Alright, you're back in action. Let's do this. We're gonna put all the ladies on you. We're gonna stick them in the front. Oh, we got more down here. We got 35 of them. Yeah, they're gonna start soaking up all of my resources. Or my supply, I mean. You're actually gonna go into a battle. Can we stick these in the same? We can. Good. We might have to have 2. We might have to have 2 generals up in this. Luckily got 2 white minotaurs. A nice group of these guys together. Alright, you'll meet him there. You're going in there. We got everybody researching. You can sit there. Yeah, we might have to have two. You know what I'm gonna do, since we were talking about this? Wow, you're surprisingly expensive. I'm gonna buy one of her. I'm gonna try to have her go seduce some of these giants over here. Maybe I get some giants to come over and join my army. Seems unlikely, but I'm gonna try it. Let's do 3 of these since we got extra money. And let's go to my nation overview. Oh man, these hobbits are useless. Double check my research and 80 points. We'll have that next turn. In turn. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. That, that turn was fast. What happened? Did this... No. Huh. Everything sounds weird. But I guess it's working. You guys can hear me, right? Alright, we won that. OBS says that it's working, so... I guess it's just me. Unexpected events. No, it's something... Deathing. Oh, you know what it is? I turned my volume down on accident. Alright, now it's too loud. There we go. Water gems +3. One of your mages being harassed by a gang of imps. They are annoying but might be put to some use. What does that mean? Never seen that one. Yep, there's a little imp here. What does he do? Guess he just chills. Now these guys are coming in fast. Here's some heavy cab. We'll get to find out what's going on with that in a minute here. You know, this guy actually... I guess we got... These guys are both... Well, he's can hold 100. Let's do this first. Let's do that, and this, and you can do 140. Let's see though if we can put, because this -1 morale just dawned on me, I could probably get rid of, if I use this all here, then should be good to go, I think. It's kind of weird having him not have anybody in his army. I almost always have people in let's double check something. Oh, there's a library here. These guys are all set up in the back, right? These are all set up as undisciplined mob 1. Put you back a tiny bit. You know what, they got range, so let's put them there. And guess we're going after these spiders. How many guys we got sitting around? That's fine for now. You're gonna keep moving back to the home base. You built the temple. I almost set my game to be fast research or very easy. And then I decided last minute to do very slow. So there's a couple of games that I've started that I want to stream, that I started streaming with new games, and I decided to continue streaming. So this is one of them. I'm going to stream Dominions regularly until I finish this campaign, which that could be years from now if these games take so long, which is going to be amazing. I never finish games, so I'm dedicating myself to finishing game. Crusader Kings 3, War Tales, which War Tales is getting less fun the more I'm playing it. And there was another one, but I can't remember what it is. So basically, Crusader Kings, Star Sector. So those are the 3: Crusader Kings, Dominions, and Star Sector, and occasionally War Tales. There's something weird about War Tales. I can't quite figure out what's not that great about it, but something is. Alright, let's see. I'm done with this crap, right? No, I didn't do my recruitments. We already got that queued up. These are all stealthy. Let me think here for my future. These guys aren't. Yeah, let's start building up a stealthy army. This guy is not stealthy. Who can I recruit as a leader who's stealthy? One of these guys? He's not very good. She's not very good. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be one of these guys. Alright. Oh, I didn't do my recruitment. No, I did do my recruitment. We did it. We won. I thought this would be much harder as well. The foul beast, a cockatrice? Wow, we did way better than I thought. I want to view this battle. Let's go to 2. Is it the archers? What are these things? Oh, these are the same things you get. Oh, these are different. They look very similar to the Ryla half-breed monster things. Where they like the ladies if you have a fort next to the water. I'm surprised there's not Dominion's fan fiction. Just with the craziness. What the fuck was that? Cloud is sleeping cloud? Um, just all the different nations and stuff. Alright. Man, we keep getting that same thing hitting our capital. Alright, what was I doing here? I was gonna build a temple. And we took that, no problem. Let's keep rolling forward, steam rolling. Every turn now is gonna be a easy capture, I feel like. And we got this idle guy. I think I'm gonna need another troop mover guy. Let's put these somewhere. And we'll just stick this guy in, I don't know. Let's clear out all these people until this guy's full. He can hold 100 dudes too. Yep, supply's gonna start being an issue. We need to start charging these people to their deaths. I guess I'll stop building these guys. No reason to waste on shitty troops when I get shitty troops for free that have a really high morale as well. Move into here. Oh, you can't, right? That's you're gonna be there next turn. Move into here. We got you coming. We got you coming. We put down another one of those. All right, I'm not gonna build any more of these, except I do need that stealth army I was talking about. Maybe I should start throwing in some centaurs. They're kind of high on the research. I guess they're not that bad. Shield, centaur, barding. Where's their defense? Skill is 17. Skill. I'm gonna go with a couple of these. Let's say 2. And then we will hit the end button. See who. Alright, so they've expanded one more. They're gonna be a problem. From what I can see, I probably should build another one of these, 2 more of these spies. Let's go back over here and stick a couple more of these guys on my recruitment list. That way, we can have like a little area of spyiness. And let's see. You're never going to catch up at your slow ass rate. But you know what we can do is we can dump off these spiders you picked up. And research is going good. We'll have thermogry ready, demonology. Alright, I think this is going to be my last turn. I gotta work in the morning in like 5 hours. But I took a nap earlier, which is why I'm up so late. But after this turn, I'm going to hit the sack. Feel free to follow you guys if you want. Like I said, I am going to be doing more Dominions coming up. trying to get up to 50 followers to unlock affiliate and all that. I'm a ways away, but let's see. We got research for that done. These guys got new profits, and this is an okay battle. I don't think I need to view it. Luck +1. Yeah, alright. I was just double checking my settings. Sometimes the other day I was having all sorts of issues with OBS, so now I double check it all the time. Okay, where was I? Alright, this guy is back to dump off some troops. They were slowing. Nope, it wasn't this guy. It was this guy. Can they all go in that one? No. And you can now catch up. Can you get here? You can get here. Got the temple there, there. Can you get to there? You can. You go in there. And man, I have so many nature gems. When my god comes out, I think it's only like the first year. Turned 17. Yeah, I haven't even finished 1 year. 1.5 years. Who we got next? You are defending. You must have just come out of the... What kind of ritual spells we got? Summon animals. Don't care about that at all. Not yet, at least. Let's go to my nation overview. Oh, I didn't do this last time. Let's go to 15 this time, though. Let's start bumping everybody 15. I got the money. Oh, I didn't do it for this guy either. Have you guys gotten the Lost in Time and Space random events? Those ones I actually kind of... I mean, I don't like them. You know, it's death. But I like the fact that it happens and I suddenly have like an army on the other side of the map. Or wherever. Let's go up to here. Oh, you haven't gotten that one? It basically, yeah, it just randomly teleports your army somewhere. And I don't know what causes it, like if it's an enemy spell or what. But it'll just be like, so-and-so was lost in time and space. And then sometimes they don't come back for many turns. And then, yeah, then just an army will appear over here. The Ryla people, if you send them into the temple, they'll get lost in time and space for another reason. And they a lot of times don't come back, but that's because they're going into some hellhole, you know, some Cthulhu interdimensional doorway. Let's see. You're already done. We're already done. We're gonna recruit. I need another commander. What was the best one? You? 80? Yeah, it was you. Got so many leaders queued up here. Which one did I say I liked? This one. I kind of hope that I get Bogus just so you can see him. At this point, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But early game, like really early, first 5 turns, it's the end of the world. It's like, oh, got bogus. I'm restarting. It's over. Because you can't dislodge him. He's just stuck there, and you know, like if he's stuck right here, you can throw army after army when you're too new. Okay, he's going in. He's going in. We already did all that. We got to recruit. Nope, did all my recruitment. When my turns are so fast, I think I missed something. Alright, why is this one gray? Oh, because this is where my thief or my spy was. Well, great. Let's see. Let's see how this battle went. They lost against some independents. Let's see what this troops look like. Macemen. Experienced macemen. They seem like those are okay. I mean, they're not great. They must have recruited these from, not from their home base, but from, these bunch of chumps killed them? Oh, their morale's 8. Well, this guy's 13. That guy must have just been, must have been that one guy. Yeah, so that's part of the fun, and that actually happened to me once with a stealth army, and I just moved that stealth army through just raising, you know, pillaging, and it was actually like at first I thought I was screwed. I was like, oh man, that's like one of my best armies. I'm fucked. And then I was like, wait, I just like pillaged through this enemy territory. These guys defeated those guys pretty easily. And we won here. We took some heavy casualties, but they're the Meniids. Those guys we don't care about. We don't want them to die, but we want them to soak up that damage, which is what they're exactly there for. Alright, so now we're gonna come crawling back this way, and then it's gonna be war with these guys. I don't think we have a choice. I don't think these ladies are stealthy. No, they're not. What is this? Patrol bonus, -1. Alright, let's fix this army up of 1,000,000 people. Alright, this is the army carrier. Let's move you. Guess I could have just done all here. We're about to max out his ability to carry people here. Oh, maybe not. It's close. Both of them are close. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh, and you are going to stay in this army from now on. Now we got this. Let's set this up here. I wanted this guy to be in this army. Just give some little spell power. Spell casting bonus. You are going to construct a temple, and you're gonna go back home. Everybody's researching. Alright, the seductress. How far can you move? Not very far, huh? And let's try some. I think that's one of the, so I like the Cthulhu myths and stuff. I was gonna say, I think that's one of the reasons why I like Ryla so much is the randomness of what you get and whatnot. and I like the Cthulhu myths a lot. Um, it's weird that it's all that the Cthulhu thing's so mainstream now. Uh, that's kind of weird to me that it's still like that appeared and now it's like a thing. Oh, I was gonna buy more of these. Did I forget last time? But yeah, there's all sorts of crazy randomness shit. Like you'll lose a person in their temple thing, and then like 10 turns later, you'll be like, they fought a battle and they won, and then they come back, and you're like, what? I thought they were dead. All right, we got that all going. Recruiting. We got a lot of recruiting we did. That's all queued up. Let's go to our national overview and bump you to 15. Can't do this with arrow keys. Yes, I can. Got a nice little chunk of money. I am amazed I haven't run into any enemy guys yet. I mean, I know the map's huge, but I wonder if somebody got like stuck on this island or something. I don't even know what you do if that's the case. If you're a land nation and you're stuck on a little island like that, wait until your research gets high enough to summon amphibious creatures? I don't know. I guess that's the end of the turn. And I guess that's all. I think that's all I'm going to do tonight. And I will definitely stream this again another time. So when this turn finishes its thing, I'm gonna sign off now, but I'm gonna save it after this turn, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night, and talk to you soon.